All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the pre-market prep. I hope you guys are having an amazing morning. Hopefully, you guys had an incredible day yesterday. I don't know where Peter is. Did Peter make so much money that he doesn't have to come to work today?
I mean, hello.
Oh,
Hi.
oh, you're here, Peter.
I've been here the whole time.
I'm like, what's going on? Like, where's Peter? All right, now I got you. All right, good. All right, friends, quick look. I'm like, oh, he did well yesterday. He's forgot about the pre-market show and his friends. But no, he's here. He's here. All right, here is our gappers list, friends, from this morning. Got a couple of things in the green and just a little bit in the red. As this market continues to, again, just be red hot, Peter. At least a SPY overall. All-time highs yesterday once again. And just there's no signs of stopping this thing, right? So we're enjoying that here. Oh, wrong. Well, that's a SPY ETF, I believe, but here it is. All-time high once again yesterday, and we just keep pushing higher and higher. So, love it. Peter, how's your morning so far?
I'm having a great morning so far. Went for a nice run. You know, a good way to get the blood pumping, get yourself ready for a trading day. So I'm ready to go now. How was your live trading with our friends over at P Capital in the boot camp? Why can't I hear Carlos? I can't hear you, Carlos.
Oh, there it is. That's my fault. So my actual trading was so bad yesterday. So bad. I mean, the switching back and forth just didn't work out too well. And I was just not focused. I even had some like rookie mistakes, Peter. Like I was supposed to cover, and instead of covering, I added to the trade. It was just messy. So yeah, we'll look to make that up today, hopefully. But yeah, not a great trading day. But our members did have a great trading day. A lot of them took Baba long and some other trades. So shout out to them for doing some good stuff there. But with that, friends, let's jump right in. Peter, what's the latest and greatest on our U.S. economic calendar for this morning?
Pretty light today. The only thing we've got is consumer sentiment numbers coming out at 10 a.m. Not a big market moving number, but I feel that the markets are a little sensitive right now. The big event, I guess, is next Wednesday when we have the rate announcement. Everybody's expecting it to be a rate cut announcement, as we've been talking about. So I think we're going to be relatively quiet until then. But if you're in a trade at 10 or considering jumping in one, just be aware 10 a.m. we may get a little bit of a blip, a little move in the market if it reacts to the consumer sentiment. Again, usually this is most impactful when the number is off of the forecast, but we'll have to wait until that time and see what happens. Other than that, yeah, it's pretty light all around, actually. We don't have many earnings. I got one that I can talk to you about. Other than that, yeah, slow. So we'll see. I mean, I'm still think there's going to be some good trading here at the open, but yeah, it may not be one of those blockbuster days. It is a Friday. I still consider it the summer season. This is probably the last Friday of the summer season. And then next week I'm expecting more volume, a little more action, but you know, that's just my expectation. We'll see if it pans out that way.
Yeah, we sure will. Friends, let's head over to tradingterminal.com. We could look at our gappers list, our gap up and gap down. Let's start here with the first one deck, HCWB. High flying, man, 73% up this morning. So let's take a look there. HCW WB. Here we go. Now I got it. All right, so up pretty big this morning. 73%, 9.9 million shares trade, as you can see here. And again, hard to borrow. Low flow stock sitting at only 1.6 million on the float. So again, pretty low. Has gapped up before, as you can see on the daily here, and then just kind of sold off. So not sure what's going on today. As high as 860, down to 575. I personally don't like it. We've seen a lot of great flow, low flow stocks lately. But I don't think this is going to be one of them. So, Peter, any thoughts?
You know, I found the article about this hard to read this morning, only because it reminded me of the society in which we live, which we've had a few reminders this week, haven't we? And it's not always as pretty as we like to pretend. Let's do a Peter rant for a moment. Just in that, look, we can all be activists on certain things, and like you may be an environmentalist as you send out your opinion on social media, which uses more precious metals than any device ever in the history of the world. You could be a huge advocate of, you know, a green agenda, and as you drive your electric car that uses heavy metal that we don't yet know how to recycle, or in this case, it's we take advantage of medicines that improve our life, including we're trying to cure cancer, and I appreciate that. But HCW Biologics just completed tests for their non-human primate study. And if they're testing on non-human primates, you know what creatures they are testing on that didn't volunteer. I promise you that. So, anyways, the word I'm looking for is hypocrisy, Percival says. Yeah. So, anyways, bottom line, they completed some studies. It was, showed some good results for their T cell study. It's just the fact that the headline was about the non-human primate study, just it made me cringe just reading that, and it reminded me of the yes, we're all hypocritical to a certain degree, and we try to pretend not to be, right? Like, anyways, there's so many ways in which we are. Welcome to the world. It just, it is what it is. But anyways, they're up 76% now, Carlos. I don't the price though action, getting back to trading here over the last hour, very flat. Like it's most of this excitement and movement seemed to have happened really early this morning, and as we're getting closer to the open, it's getting less interesting. So and you can, I think you mentioned, it's hard to borrow, at least on my platform, which means you can only trade it to the
Yeah.
top side. So do what you want with it. You may not want to touch this based on the conversation we just had, but either way, I'm not trading it either. It's below $10. It doesn't look all that great. It has volume. It has movement this morning, but it doesn't look like it's going to be the active trader I want to jump into.
Yeah, well, I'm going to leave it alone as well. Not a fan. Next on the list is going to be ADXN. So ADXN up also 29% this morning. And we are low in volume, only 490 shares traded, hard to borrow. Again, daily and even pre-market don't look great, just besides that one giant candle at the start of the session and then right back down. So I don't like it. Peter, any thoughts on it?
They're jumping this morning on the news that they've increased their investment. HCF2. I don't quite understand the article here. That, anyways, it looks like they're investing in this a treatment that's supposed to help with neuropsychiatric disorders. But they keep saying, they keep using this term that they have announced that it's led an HCF 2 million investment. What does that mean? HCF 2 million. Is that a currency? HCF, that must be a currency. What is this? Is a Swiss company. Is HCF the Swiss currency? Maybe that's what that keeps trying to tell me. It's a dollar amount. It is. Guido says it is. I don't know what it is. Anyways, whatever. They've made an investment in this in their treatment here, and the market seems to like it. Yeah, trading wise, Carlos, yeah, we can probably bin this one. It's not looking pretty. It's not looking that good.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. Let's go out to the next one here. It's gonna be. Didn't we just look at? No, WD. It's another one. WLDS. So WLDS. We might have saw this yesterday. The last couple of days. Yeah, wearable devices. I remember the name. So here it is. The last couple of days gapping up here. Today going as high as 1880. 1864, excuse me, then sliding back down. So again, it's been in play up and down here. Float on this one is tiny as well, under a million. Volume is good though, 9.3 million shares traded. So we are seeing a little bit of action there, but as far as the daily itself, it's not great. So not sure. Again, you got to really be into these stocks. Got to know how to trade them. Got to have a strategy. I don't have one for them, Peter. I know you don't either. Anything else developing on this wearables devices?
Yeah, we saw this one. I think it was yesterday. We were talking about this, and it had some movement over the last couple of days. I know that a number of people were watching, and a few people in our chat room traded it and had a little bit of fun with it. But I feel like it's getting long in the tooth, to be honest. I There's nothing new on it. It sort of jumped up because of the investment news that it had a couple of days ago. They're taking advantage of this by yesterday they announced that they're doing a secondary offering. Um, I yeah, I can't imagine trading it. I'll let our friends who are experts in this area, call it out in the chat room if it gets more interesting.
Yeah, sounds good to me. Um, yeah, I don't like it. Let's move on here. So let's take a look here at the next one. It's gonna be so Gemini. I'm seeing chat. Andrew's in chat, and oh, you guys, good morning, over on YouTube. Just logged into the actual chat here. So this Gemini PO, is this coming out today? Is this today? I see you guys talking about it. IPO. Is this happening today? That will be fun. The Gemini IPO targets. Oh yes, today. Oh yeah, that should be definitely be fun. All right, we'll be on the lookout for that. All right, next on here, friends.
Oh,
W.
please.
Yeah, that's gonna be a big one. I'm gonna remortgage the house here, and just we're going all in on this thing. All right, let's see here.
Wow.
WBD on deck this morning from the gap list. Great day yesterday. Look at this. 13 to 17. Float on this one is 2.3 billion. That's billion with a B. So big numbers there. Warner Brothers. Wow, big pop for them. What did they do? Are they coming out with K-pop too? What's happening with Warner Brothers?
Yeah, this popped up actually. If you look at yesterday's chart, Carlos, this is was sort of making some waves yesterday afternoon. On on basically the rumor, because as far as I know, I don't think it ever got confirmed, but the rumor was that they're looking at a potential takeover. The It looks like that Paramount Skydance Corp, which just had a big, well, it's Paramount Skydance, right? We just had a big merger themselves to create that Paramount Skydance Corp, are looking to potentially to take over Warner Brothers. They believe that the parts are worth more than the whole, and they can get a deal. The acquisition is backed here by David Ellison, who happens to be the son of Larry Ellison. And if you know who Larry Ellison is, he was just in the news because his company Oracle just jumped up significantly, and apparently some people are saying that made Larry now the richest person in the world. I don't That feels like a little bit of a stretch, but it certainly added to his coffers, as Larry Ellison's got lots of money tied up in Oracle, and it was it was up like $200 billion, $250 billion, of course, with Oracle moving higher. So Larry's got a big part of that. Anyways, his son is apparently backing this bid. So Warner Brothers Discovery surged on the rumor, which of course just increases the purchase price. So I'm sure they didn't want that rumor to get out. Well, I don't. This is a tricky one as to whether it's actually going to continue, because the news really hit yesterday. We got the big gap. It is gapping higher again this morning on decent volume. So this is probably going to be news driven. We're probably waiting for the next piece of information, right? When is the bid coming? How much is the bid for? Is it going to be accepted? Or maybe the board will come out with a statement of Warner Brothers saying, we're not looking to be bought. Go away. Screw off. Who knows, right? Like there could be a lot of stuff that happens here. So it might be interesting to watch. It just might be tricky to trade. I would suggest if you are trading this, plan for momentum trades and be very vigilant on it, because it could go through periods of like nothing happening to sudden excitement. That's my expectation.
Yeah, yeah. I'm with you there. So I don't know how well this is going to the day trade today. I'm telling you though, this daily chart is nice. The story's great. You're seeing a nice pop here. I just don't know if that's going to continue. Volume is there at 4.4 million. So you know what? Maybe a possible. I don't think I ever watched Warner Brothers. I used to when I didn't know how bad the intraday was. But let's see. WBD today. We'll put it on the list. Let's see what comes out of that. Again, I'm not expecting a whole lot, but it'll be more for fun here. All right, heading back to our list, friends. Our gap up list again. We continues to grow here. We got a couple on stuff here we want to cover. Look at SMCI back on deck. I haven't seen them in some time. So SMCI on our gappers list this morning. They're up 6.8, 1.6 million shares traded. We went through a period where this stock we were trading it almost, at least not trading it, but watching it almost every day. They got a nice gap up today, man. 6.8, almost 7 here. Daily looks interesting. Peter, anything driving this up that might be tradable today?
Yeah, they basically announced they were sort of just letting the market know that they have started deliveries of their NVIDIA Blackwell Ultra systems. So basically, they are loading the NVIDIA based compute platforms. Hold on. Oh my
Peter's a
God,
good man. Oh,
the
there he's
sneeze was
back.
coming, man. Oh,
I
I
was gonna
couldn't
say you're
stop
a
it.
good man.
Anyways, and they were they're loading them into these racks, and then they're delivering them as these AI systems, right? So SMCI says they've started their high volume deliveries. I don't know exactly what that means, right? Like, what is a high volume delivery? Is that two or three of them? Is that 300, 3,000? I have no idea. Anyways, they're taking advantage of a little bit of market hype, because you just have to mention that you're doing something with NVIDIA chips and everybody's excited. This is not new sales. This is just delivery on commitments they've already made. So I feel like this move is a little overdone on the basis of that news. That's just my opinion. Doesn't mean it can't keep going though, right? I mean, we'll see. But it might be interesting to watch this just to see if it can hold this or if it retraces at the open. Depending on what else we get on our list, Carlos, I might actually pay some attention to SMCI today.
Yeah, no, pre-market, I gotta tell you, looks pretty good here. Volume starting to stack up, so I do like that there. And let's put it right on here, SMCI, this morning. All right, let's see what else we have here, friends. Uh, oh, shooter, just breaking news here. The shooter's in custody this morning, for Charlie Kirk. I just saw that. I didn't know that. I thought
They had
so.
arrested somebody on the spot, but it turns out it wasn't the right person.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know
I
there
didn't
is the
hear.
two people, Peter. I'm telling you, the speed. Like, I get it. You want to be first, and this is a problem with a lot of these stories. Everybody wants to be first, and the amount of false information that gets out before you actually find out what really happened is incredible. It's just unbelievable. So they arrested two people, that they're not calling. They were just people of interest, but they arrested them. They reported, hey, we got them twice. So big fail from other
Yeah.
agencies working on this. Like, get this right, man. You don't have to rush. Just get it right. But it's just unreal. All right, and this happens all the time. Not with this story, which is very sensitive, but a lot of stories like this. I get the headline. Everybody feels like they're gonna get a medal if they're first or something. I just don't get it. But that's the kind of day and age we live now. All right, so SMCI on the list. I'm going to add it here on my primary, and we'll see what takes place there. Next, going forward, Peter, here on our gap up. We went through all of these here. Some of them are moving up, messing up my order here. So ADX, we looked at. UPXI just moved up, wasn't up here as well. So let me see if this thing is high flying. UPXI, yeah, not really. Just very little volume as well. So again, I don't like it. I'm gonna pass on this one, Peter, unless you had anything to add
Not on
on this.
UPXI. No, not really.
Okay. And then we'll do one more. And I want to get to some good ones. And I know we have Adobe here on earnings. We have KLAR, which
Yeah.
also was IPO yesterday. So we'll see what's happening there. NBIS, which has been extremely active. So I want to get to some good stuff, instead of more of these lower flow stuff that's probably not trading all that well. So let's go right to ASST, and then we'll go to you, Peter, to kind of cover some of the stuff on earnings there. ASST this morning up 9.5, 1 million shares traded. This thing has been on our list constantly, like gapping up and down. Today we're up after being down yesterday, after a sell-off on Wednesday. So just a whole lot going on the daily. I have not really been watching it, but I know they can trade well because we went through a period as well here where we were trading the stock on a more regular basis, at least watching it, right? It was getting a lot of volume. Right now, I'm not seeing anything great on it. So again, I might just skip on it. I think I'm going to have better stocks to look at than this one this morning, right? So, Peter, anything to add?
I mean, ASST, it was moving because of the news on the merger that was approved by shareholders. This is one of those crypto, Bitcoin, treasury plays. So they're specifically looking at Bitcoin. It's got names behind it. They're leveraging the name of Vivek Ramaswamy, who's apparently sponsoring or supporting it. It's always tough to tell how much these people are really sort of behind these things. It could be that he dumped a bunch of money in it and then could care less because it's just part of his portfolio. And did he dump like $1 billion or $10? I really we don't know, but it doesn't matter, right? Because you put some money into it, everybody's going to use your name if they think it's going to give them some opportunity. So, and if you don't know who Vivek Ramaswamy is, he's been an interesting character. Net worth a little over $1 billion. Co-founded a couple of biotech companies. Tried his hand at running for president. Didn't last long, but he did try. So, in any event, yeah, Carlos, this is I haven't followed it to really know how well it's trading. So, if anybody has experience, I'd be interested. It doesn't look that great so far in the pre-market to me.
Yeah, yeah. All right, Peter, let's go to you again. There's a couple of tickers actually lower here that are probably going to be much better that we want to look at. What's on your deck today?
On the upside, a couple of things that you touched on. KLAR might be interesting. This is Klarna. They actually IPO'd 2 days ago. And didn't actually have a great start on the IPO, but it's interesting that they actually made our list today. That surprises me, but they've got the price and the range and the movement that maybe this might be trading okay. In the first 2 days, the volume has really fallen off, right? 48 million shares the first day, 14 million the second. I'm a little skeptical about the volume being there, and it is a NYSE stock, which is not always the best place to trade when you're trying to get big momentum plays. But if you like the early stage companies, then maybe this one is for you. You talked about Adobe. Adobe had earnings. It was what we were watching after the close yesterday. Had a great sort of move up on the earnings. Retraced most of it to only be up about 3% here this morning. But yeah, huge pop. It sort of completed the entire expected move as we were talking about. Well, actually, not quite. Most of it, I should say. Jared and I were talking about that. He, of course, let us know what the expected move was, which meant that we were sort of expecting it to go as high as maybe 390. It hit 382 or something like that before pulling back, and then, as you can see, just leveling off. Adobe's in that same camp as what I normally would put Oracle, where I wouldn't expect it to move so much after earnings. But I don't know. Maybe, Oracle, I got to think was an aberration. So, and the news, Adobe beat their numbers, but it wasn't the same type of, sort of blowout excitement I'm feeling on Adobe like we had on Oracle. So I don't think it's going to do the same. So probably not going to be a good trading stock. Another one that I was looking at this morning was Joby. I like my good buddy Joby. And Joby, they completed they yesterday, I guess, morning. They were moving with some news that they had some additional investment and that they were going to be partnering with Uber. If you remember, we talked about that briefly, and that's good. We were joking about accidentally booking your chopper when you think you were booking a car. But this morning, very early this morning, they announced they completed a successful automated flight test with the U.S. Department of Defense, and just further providing proof to the capability of their eVTOL device, basically their vertical takeoff and landing device. So I don't know what this test was, but I assume it was rigorous. Joby, oh Joby, what to do with it? I'm not sure. Like I just like it. I think it's a cool stock. Again, still not getting in one, but I still think it's a fun stock, and sometimes it can trade well. Probably, I don't know. The news doesn't quite seem good enough for it to do too much today, but maybe if you're looking for something, you can watch that. And last for not least, Micron. I was surprised to see that on our list again today. This is what I ended up trading yesterday, Carlos, when you were gone.
Oh yeah,
Surprised myself.
how was the trading yesterday?
Well, I did find some opportunity. My best trade of the day was actually on Micron, and had a
Nice.
good move from taking it from the highs. I was short biased on this thing, thinking the news was overdone, and I took it as it sold off. I sort of entered really late on this, but I still got a good move. So yeah, it was better than usual, but it feels like a second day play today. So I don't think it's going to do much today, but I was just, I said, surprised to see it still on the gappers list as it's up 2.2% this morning on 1.3 million shares. So other than that, guys, almost all of the regulars are gapping up this morning, from Nvidia to AMD to PLTR to Tesla. So pick whichever ones you want out of that. They're moving up a little. Tesla had an awesome day yesterday. It was unstoppable. I mean, it didn't make like a massive move. It was only about a $15 move, really, but it just kept going. Every time I thought it was maybe done, it would find another little leg and move up. Again, it wasn't like super aggressive. We certainly seen Tesla make these massive moves in single days, but it didn't seem to be based on anything that we were aware of. There was just buying going on. So that was interesting.
Yeah.
So Tesla was a little bit fun yesterday. So, anyways, moving up this morning, PLTR, right, was the other way. PLTR was actually a good sell off. I don't know if you were watching that, Carlos. I
Yeah.
felt like I missed a short opportunity on PLTR.
Yeah.
It made that good. It made me think of you, right? Because it was your type of trade where it pulled back, tested the VWAP, failed, and dropped lower. And I was thinking it wasn't, yeah, right about there, exactly. That's where it was a great short trade. I was focused on MU at the time, so I missed it. But yeah, it was there. So,
Yep.
anyways, put those on your list if you like the usuals. They're looking decent for today. Apple is the only one of the sort of large caps tech stocks that we watch that is gapping down today, and it's only down by a third of a percent. But it had some weird move when we got on the microphone this morning around 8:30. It dropped and then recovered it, and I'm thinking there's some downside weakness on this thing, but that's just because I'm sort of negative on Apple right now, Carlos. I was totally unimpressed with their new phone launch. I get that there's a longer battery life, but it feels like a Me Too type thing. Like you said, it's thinner, but it's thinner with this bulbous camera on it that, frankly, I find unattractive. So
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
it's but I can't day trade on that basis. That gives me no basis on which to take a short. I've got to see what the price action is, but I just thought I'd note it because it was moving. It's the only one that's negative compared to everything else. So yeah, Apple does seem a little lost. Blasphemy, Rob says. You
Yeah.
know what? I mean, I got to call it like I see it. But I mean, hey, look, I've still got an iPhone. I'm still using it. It is my chosen device, I suppose, but doesn't mean I agree that, they just don't feel like they've got a lot of purpose here. They haven't well communicated their vision, if they do have, strong direction, and I find that disappointing. So,
I
in any
just
event,
don't think there's anything else to look forward to when it comes to phone at the moment, right? I don't see it, but I could be wrong. I'm sure somebody's out there thinking, "Well, what if they did this?" I'm like, "This is perfectly fine. I'm good with what I have here." So I don't know. I don't get it. But yeah. So let's take a look, friends. Apple. I'm not gonna add it to the list, but if you guys see something good on it, let us know. And it's Apple. We're always keeping an eye on it. Either way, in case something does come up here. Apple users are so weird. They know the technology is so far behind Android, but they still love their phones. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that. There's some things that are great on Android, some things that are great on Apple. I wish they could be combined and have a baby, and that'd be the perfect phone. Because there's some things I love on my Mac. I mean, I have a Mac, and I love certain things, and there's some things on my PC that I love, right? So if they combine both of those and have a baby, that'd be great. But it is what it is. So,
yeah,
uh,
It's
Yeah,
funny because Kate Cosprey is asking a good question. What more do you expect? What are you looking for? And it's a good question, right? What am I
yeah.
looking for?
What are
I
you
have to
looking
admit,
for?
I
Right.
want to be wowed. I expect Apple to wow me, right? Because they have their history. The way I think of Apple as a company, their big success story has been completely revolutionizing the industries in which they enter, right? They've always been about the form function, and everybody's caught up now. And I think you need to get to the next level of usability and user experience that, you think of way back to the iPod. They were a computer company, and then suddenly they were an iPod company. And then they went from the iPod company, and they completely recreated the phone. And nobody took them seriously initially. I don't know
Yeah.
if you guys are old enough to remember that, but I remember when I was in business and we were using Blackberries, iPhones were a
Oh yeah.
joke,
When
right?
when
That
they
you would
no
never use them in.
keyboards,
Yeah, you
never.
wouldn't you wouldn't use them in business. It wasn't a serious phone. Like, it's just not
Yeah.
something you would ever use for business purposes. Now it's the de facto standard. So, they created that differentiated experience. I'm looking for that next thing. Again, I keep coming back to, is it a wearable phone? Is it a VR type display thing? Is it like, what's next? Because I feel like the phone is we've done it. So
Yeah. Yeah.
give me the
Well,
next thing.
the next thing is really no phone, right? And what is
Right.
that? That would
Like
be that would be Vision
it
Pro. Now the problem is here's the thing, Peter. Are consumers ready for that? Are we ready for the next thing? I don't think we are.
well, and like, again, it's bold, right? Because they've got a multi-trillion dollar business in delivering these phones and managing and supporting them, and like, and it's a big business. So it takes guts to take your entire business model and throw it out the window, and like, cannibalize your core base by going in a totally different direction. And Jobs was famous for doing that. And again, a horrible person to work for by all accounts.
I,
But
I did not
you
know
can't say,
that. I just heard about that, man. I heard about that in some interviews that were
yeah.
done. I didn't know he was such a badass,
Oh
man.
yeah,
This guy was
he
like
was. But
mean.
but you can't
Did
say
not
he
know.
didn't have vision, right? Like, he
Right.
knew what he wanted to accomplish, and he would not let anybody or anything get in the way of doing that. So, but like, anyways, but to take a company the size of Apple and completely, again, pivot, it's hard. It's really hard to do. And anyways, we just got to see what's happening. Probably enough about that. It's not going to change our trading for today, but. We'll see what
Hmm.
happens. Look, Apple, I can't argue about Apple's success. It's still one of the biggest and richest companies on the planet. So they've got time to figure it out. Like, it
Yeah.
doesn't matter what
Yeah.
I say. They're sitting on gobs of cash. They are still, selling like crazy all around the world. They still dominate for the most part. So, I suppose from their point of view, there's probably no hurry to go and, take that big risk. But there's always the downside risk, I suppose. If you don't, someone else will, and you'll be the next BlackBerry. So,
Yeah. Or
anyways,
Blockbuster.
or
I used to love
Blockbuster, or
Blockbuster. What a great
there,
place.
there's
Love
there's a
that
lot of
place, man.
stories out there of,
Yeah.
companies
Yeah.
that were head of the pack and failed to innovate, and lost it all. So,
Yeah. Yeah. All right, we'll see what happens here. That's your
Kodak.
update for the week on Apple.
Yep.
And yeah, let's get to it, man. Let's see what else we have. Gapping down. We didn't have much. Just a couple on here, which don't really trail that well. RH, I remember this. Trading this a long time ago. It's horrible. Volume is brutal. There's just there's no liquidity in this ticker, right? So every time I look at it, it's just I'm not a fan of it. I usually avoid it, right? Peter, anything to add? We'll jump on to something else.
Well, I mean, they're here because they had earnings. They didn't deliver as the market expected. This is RH, the company formerly known as Restoration Hardware. They they followed like KFC and others that just want to be known by their acronym, like IBM. They're just officially IBM now. They're no longer International Business Machines. Anyways, but RH, they basically give a warning that they think that their business might slow down, and their profits are going to be hit by tariffs, the tariff impact. So, just the warnings made investors nervous. Not a good trading stock. So, yeah, I doubt anybody here is going to trade it.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
might,
don't
but I
like
doubt
it.
it.
No, I don't like it at all here. RCAT is the other one on deck today, down 2.6, 358,000 shares traded. Big candle on the daily yesterday, and today it's just pulling back a bit. So some news clearly, 30 million traded yesterday here, and today some of that's continuing. But again, what's the float on this? Float is actually 82 million. What do they do? Red Cat Holdings. Not sure.
They're an aerospace and defense company, and I gotta say, this is one of the coolest, you know, headlines that I've read in a while, even if I don't understand it. Red Cat's Teal Drones Black Widow system approved for NATO NSPA catalog. I don't really know what that means. What's the
Hmm.
NSPA catalog? I didn't know NATO had a catalog. Anyways, but whatever it is, anything, as soon as you call something Black Widow, it sounds badass. So
Sure it does. Yeah.
anyways, so they've got an approval to add their stuff to this catalog, whatever this catalog is.
Yeah.
This anyways, yeah.
All right, here we go. All right, friends, let's take a look here. The last one on this list is Open, which we have talked about quite a bit. Oh my goodness, I typed Open to Andrew. I click on the chat,
Well,
type Open to Andrew. Let's see. So Andrew, if you get Open, this doesn't mean anything. I'm trying to type a ticker. Open here. It's yeah, because we were chatting this morning, so I had his thing open here, and by
there you
mistake I
go.
put
Yeah.
I put Open on the wrong box here. All right, Open on the right location now. We are up here, guys. Well, down 3.3, but we were up yesterday pretty nice here, Peter. Another one that moved very well. Broke out of the daily 7 to 10.50, and here it is. So in play, 24 million shares trade on Open Door Technology. This is definitely
That
worth watching.
Yeah, and that was my other trade yesterday that I took open at the open, and I just got a little bit of green and then got stopped out on it, so it didn't go far. It's a shame because I missed this move. I was actually long on it right at the open, but it sort of pulled back, and it was had a huge spread. It was a little, for the price of the stock. Andrew, I think, traded this at the open. He did better than I did, held on to it longer, got this move through $9. Who knew that it was, by the end of the day, it would be up at 10. So is it going to be in play today? It's a little sketchy. I mean, again, feels like a second day play, feels like it's probably going to be worse price action than yesterday. But we already have 24 million shares, and oh my God, it traded a billion shares yesterday. So
yeah, man,
yeah, it could
it's
be. It
interesting.
might be worth keeping an eye on.
Yeah. And even with so much volume, even today, like if we don't get the pop, maybe a sell off, we do have shares for sure on this thing. I mean, we have 4.7 million. So maybe there's a short opportunity. Maybe the fun is over. But this stock does look good. And the flow, what do we mention here? The flow was 635 million. So you're not dealing with a low flow stock where you can get destroyed. It's a little bit more stable. It can still trade very risky, so you got to be careful. But it's just a little bit more stable here. All right, friends, we'll stop here. Peter, as far as capping down, anything you like today?
I wasn't really tracking anything that was gapping down. So, we already talked about Apple. I noticed that all of the airlines are gapping down. I don't know why that is. But I mean, yeah, they seem to be moving down this morning as a group. Pick any airline, they're down, not by much, but by a little bit. I've got a good friend who lives across the street who is a plane crash investigator. And have you ever seen? Anyways, he's excited that he's finally been deployed because he's been working for the department for a couple of years and hasn't had the opportunity to actually go to a crash site and do a live in-person investigation. And he actually gets to his very first one is in Mauritius. He's headed off to Mauritius to go investigate. I don't know if you heard about it, Carlos. I think Mauritius is where they have the airport sort of lands right over the beach. You see people that they go stand in the wash of the
Yeah, they
planes
stay in the
as they're
water to get pushed back. That what's the place of
yeah.
that? I thought it was St. Lucia or something. It's not that.
Uh,
I'm not sure where it is. Okay, I thought that was St. Lucia, but I
no,
could be
maybe
wrong.
maybe that's it. It's in St. Martin where that happens. Yeah.
Yeah, one of the saints is
Maybe
Saint
it's St.
something.
Martin
Yeah.
he's going to then. I thought it was Mauritius, but it could be St. Martin. Anyways, apparently they had a plane that came in there, and because of strong crosswinds, you know how sometimes they have to land like they're at a 45-degree angle. Anyways, the wing hit the runway as they were landing, and anyways, everybody was safe. There were no injuries, but There's obviously they have to investigate sort of the cause of that and were safety measures adhered to. So he's got the opportunity. Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
I,
those types of
I know these
those types
pilots are great, but I'm not standing here because what if the wheel hits you? What if the wheel just taps your head a little bit? Like, what do you think is going to
of.
happen?
I don't think
Uh,
it's as close as it looks. You got to remember the size of these
no, no,
planes.
it's not. It's not as close as it looks. But if the pilot misses the ILS by a little couple, maybe 20 feet, I don't know.
Yeah, well, you know
I
what? It'll be over so fast, Carlos. You won't feel a thing. So don't worry about
that,
it because you'll just
that's
be a
true.
splat mark if that
You
ever was to
just remember
happen.
enjoying the moment. I
Yeah,
agree. Agree 100%.
but yeah, I still
Yeah.
it just doesn't feel like a wise thing to do. And like why? Anyways, yeah,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. All
Exactly,
right.
Craggy Rudder. It's one rock, or I mean, even you just get sand blown deep into your eye socket. I mean, there is something called sandblasting that they use to like etch concrete. Like, do, you
Mm-hmm,
know, do I want to make my body like an etching slate? That doesn't feel like the smart move.
Rhinos is good. He says, wear a helmet. See, I like that. Wear a helmet. Yeah, you just enjoy. Be ready. Wear a helmet with like a little light bulb, just a little one of those lights, just letting them know that hey, don't land here. All right, friends. All right, this looks again not crazy, but there's a lot of potential. SMCI, Tesla, PLTR open on deck right now. And Peter, unless you don't have anything else, let's ask the chat what else they see. We'll head over to our community events and announcement in just a second, and then we will get this party started. Andrew trading live, and Brian in chat. So let's see here. Let's start with our chat. What do you guys like this morning that maybe we haven't looked at yet? I don't see any tickers. Everybody's just enjoying the conversations. Amazon. Let's take a look at Amazon here. Amazon this morning. Oh, if I could type that correct. Here we go. Amazon. What happened?
I don't know. I know people were
Yeah.
talking about it. A couple days ago. It was testing. It was looking
Hmm.
like it was going to test the all-time highs. It's fallen off that now.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know. I mean, there's not a lot exciting going on with Amazon.
Yeah.
Uh,
Not much. 2 days ago, Wednesday, they had a really nice day here. Beautiful drop there.
mhm.
So that was really really nice there. I'm not sure. Amazon's one of those got to kind of sit on it and wait to see what happens at the market open. You might get something, you might not. Again, I don't see anything overly exciting today on it, so I'll skip it for now. And as we continue here, what else? Microsoft, MU. Yeah, we actually did talk about MU, and I do like the way they're trading now. So I'm gonna add that on here to the list as well. So MU is good.
Good news.
Yeah, so I'll see if MU can continue today doing some stuff. So MU on the list. All right, thank you for that one. SMCI is still looking good. Yeah, I do like SMCI. It's gonna stay on there. Um, and Microsoft is another one. Let's take a look at Microsoft. I don't trade Microsoft that much. I don't usually look at it. Wow, look at it yesterday. What was this about? This after hours action. Anything here, Peter? 500 to 513, and then just sideways this morning. So Microsoft's got something here happening. I'm not sure what
Hmm.
that news was about. You know what? We'll throw on the secondary. We'll find out what's going on there if that means anything for us on the secondary for Microsoft at the moment. Could this be
I mean, they
Gemini
did
related?
settle.
Because they are
I don't know.
working. Are they working with Gemini or no?
Um, I don't know. They did settle a lawsuit in EU. They had a big antitrust probe, and they did settle. The officials accepted the concessions they'd already provided to the way their Teams platform works. I hate Teams, but anyways, um, they
Team.
but in any event, yeah, I don't. I mean, that doesn't feel like quite enough news to move it, but I suppose you never know.
Yeah.
Could
Yep.
be.
All right. Let's take a look in our
Team,
YouTube chat. What do you guys like? Go ahead, Peter.
the people are talking about Teams. It's funny because when you use, I mean, I'm actively on conference calls on Zoom every single day. We use Google Meets, and when you compare it to Teams, Teams feels very archaic. It has the same functionality, but Teams works well when you have an IT support department because it needs very specific configuration and it goes wrong regularly as opposed to the web-based ones that just they seem to always work. That being said, I was getting some delays on my chart sharing on Google Meets yesterday, and I could not for the life of me figure out why. But like again, I think Teams is like it's designed to have an IT department behind it, right? And if you do, then it works great. If you don't, then it's
Yeah.
problematic. So
Yeah, I think that the regular folks, with Google are perfectly fine. You don't need anything too fancy. Zoom, if you're doing meetings under 45 minutes, is really good. But I got the Pro one, which is really nice. I like Zoom. All right, let's take a look here over on YouTube. What do you guys like this morning? Andrew's looking at ORB on TSLL and SMCI this morning, so we'll be looking for those strategies to appear on those patterns. ONDS, let's take a look. ONDS, we saw this a few days ago. Was in play, right? So today, no. There's nothing happening right now. So I see what you're looking at the daily, but as far as intraday action, I'm gonna skip on it for now. We can always come back to it. If you see something great, let us know. WLDS, we did mention this earlier. It was on our gap up list from tradingterminal.com. Friends, you can always get this list too. Head over to tradingterminal.com. You can see it right on here. WLDS up, pretty nice here, 11%. And you can see that on the daily and intraday action, you're getting some activity on here. So we'll see. Back and forth was as high as 1164, right back down now. It is a low flow stock, so just be careful on what you decide to do here. But again, it won't be on my list here. All right, friends. I think that's it for now. Yeah, let's stop here. Apple, we did talk about Apple, the stock and their products earlier. On the secondary list, I think I have it, right? Yeah, I'm going to add it to the secondary list. I think they can do some stuff here. We just have to see how the market open does. We do, Peter did mention this start here of the pre-market, like we had some weird action. So we'll see if that amounts to anything at the market open. But for right now, we'll just keep it on there for the moment. All right, friends, head over to bearreturns.com where you can find what's happening for the next 2 weeks. Today, we'll focus on a beautiful Friday, Peter, and what's going on there.
I was just doing some research on Amazon to try and figure out why it's moving. It's amazing the things Amazon is into. I always forget how big these companies are, right? They're moved into healthcare. We know that they have grocery stores. Their Zoox unit. They're competing on the robotaxi market. They've got this big project Quipper, anyways, which is a satellite internet service that they're competing against Elon on that front too. Anyways, and Carlos, how much do you think of U.S. retail sales happens online, e-commerce? Any idea? Oh, did I lose Carlos?
No, I'm here. So percentage
Okay.
wise, right? Percentage?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it's a big number. I'm gonna say it's like 70, but I could be completely off. But I'm gonna say 70.
See. I would have guessed around 40 or 50%,
Really?
but
Oh,
according to this, well, that was what I would have guessed. But
okay,
according to
okay.
the stat that I'm just reading here, apparently e-commerce accounted for only 16.3% of total U.S. retail sales in the second quarter of 2025.
For Amazon.
Well, no, total, like that's just national. That's so total in the US, only
No, that's no way. That's wrong.
16.3% of all retail sales are e-commerce.
No,
So,
that's what are we talking about? Cars here? Retail cars?
I don't
Like,
know, just all retail. So, think of groceries and how Walmarts and, everything that's sold, only 16%
uh,
of it is online.
no,
So
no. See,
I would have
that
thought that
makes
there was
perfect
more
sense.
online. It felt like everything's
Yeah.
going online, but it's not really everything. It's
No.
still only 16%. Anyways, the point
Once you
being
say
that,
groceries, though, that's a whole different story.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
groceries. It's
Oh.
nobody buys that online. I mean, I do it here and there, but the majority of people are showing up, and you're doing that every week, whether you have money or not. You're buying groceries. So
Well,
yeah.
I it depends where you're at in life because I have to admit I use a lot of like meal kits. So
Mm-hmm.
because I really am a terrible cook, and there it gives me instructions and it gives me the right ingredients, and it's just my wife and I, and it's perfect sizing, and so it actually ends up
How
being.
much you guys spend a week or a month on groceries, Peter? Rough numbers.
Uh, it's funny. My wife ran that the other day, and we were spending like yeah, like $1,600 a month on groceries.
$1,600 a month on groceries.
Yeah,
That is
yeah.
way too much. I'm spending that
That's
with five people here.
yeah.
You're
Well,
two. Yeah.
I thought that was a lot too, but apparently that's what we're spending. Again, money.
Peter's eating, man.
I go for convenience, not money. So I'm lucky that I'm not like price
Yeah.
sensitive. But I've got to admit, so bottom and what I was saying, anyways. my groceries, at least half of them are done online because I'm buying these meal kits. So
Yeah. Well, yeah, the milk is will add up. But yes, so that makes sense, Peter. Look at that. You're not buying that much on retail stuff. That's that's groceries. So yeah, I get it. That makes sense. Interesting.
yeah.
16%. Wow.
Plus,
All right.
it's Canada. So look, a lot of other people are saying that's in line with what they're spending. Grocery prices have gone up a lot. In fact, I just filled out an application to get a refund last night for the Canadian bread price fixing scandal. Did you guys know that? So here's big news in Canada. Our biggest grocery chain, Loblaws, just settled a $500 million settlement where every Canadian can make a claim to get money back if you bought packaged bread, which pretty much everybody has done. If you've bought packaged bread over 20 years between 2001 and 2021, you can fill out the claim. So here's my public service announcement to all my Canadian friends. If you don't know about it, all you have to go do is Canadian Bread Settlement.ca, and you can just put in your information and they'll send you some money. So there you go. So they were
If you if you see Peter disappear in the next couple of days,
no,
the Canadian government's like, what are you doing?
No.
They came to pick up Peter.
They came to settlement. No, it's because they colluded on setting the price of bread. Right, all the grocery chains said we're going to artificially set the price high so we make more money, and they were taken to court and lost. So
they got caught. They got caught. They all do this. It's just who gets caught. It's one of those things.
Anyways,
where everybody does is just
moving on.
Whether you get caught or not.
Yeah, and Sean, yes, you'll only get like $25-$30 or something. Basically, you'll get $25, and then if there's any money left over, depending on how many people actually fill out the claim, they divide the rest between the number of claimants, and you'll get another check. They direct deposit it to your account. In any event, okay, moving on, guys. It's Friday. The only thing we have happening in our community is our Peak Capital Bootcamp prep meeting. So if you're queuing up for the next Peak Capital Bootcamp, which would start in January of 2026, yes, we're already thinking about 2026, then you want to join this prep meeting. Mike leads that every week on Fridays, so you would know where the information is. You go to peakcapitaltrading.com, you go into the members section, and you'll be able to find the meeting room, and you can join him there at noon for that. If you're here at Bearable Traders, you need to be in the chat room because that's where all the action is going to be happening today, as it always happens every day during trading hours. We will hopefully see you there. And if not, well, consider joining bearabletraders.com. You can go there and find one of our membership options from the intro to the elite annual and pick the one that's right for you. My alarm just went off, meaning we've got now less than 5 minutes to the market open. So we need to get going here, Carlos. Maybe 1 or 2 levels you can set. And then we got to hand over to our live traders in the chat room here. You're on mute.
Oh, I am on mute. There we are. Let's just do 2. I'm going to do SMCI and I'm going to do open because Tesla, POTR, and MU, we've done plenty of levels for that. So you have an idea on how to find those. So let's do SMCI because we haven't looked at this in a while. And if I look at this here, the high of the pre-market at 46.96, we'll put a level there, friends. I think that'd be a good spot. And then towards the bottom, if I can scroll over, there it is. The low of the pre-market, 45.73. Which is right in this area right over here. So we'll put that there as well. And if you look at the bigger picture towards the bottom, you're pretty much set. And then moving over to the left here, we're just going to mark down this area here. It's going to be 48.24. And then right up here, another big level, 49.49. So once you do that, you're pretty good on that one. And then the other one we haven't done levels for recently is open. Open could be interesting, man. We're losing some ground here. I like what I'm seeing. So at the moment, high of the pre-market all the way at 10.79. So we'll put one there towards the bottom. We are setting a new low right now. We'll see how that ends up. 9.82. Trying to hold here after such a big day yesterday. So let's see how this goes. Again, highs and lows all the way down there. And bigger picture on a monthly, you can see we're right in an area where we had a lot of touches in the past. So looking forward to see how this one does today. Even if it's a short, we do have plenty of shorts available for this one. All right, let's go to what our team is watching, Peter. We'll do that quickly, and then we'll hand it off to Brian and Andrew.
Okay. I'll do it very fast here. Starting maybe with our live traders. Andrew's going to be watching SMCI for an ORB break. That's his plan. We've got Brian, who's going to be watching Tesla, Nvidia, SMCI, and OKLO, not one that we talked about. So that's what our two live traders are watching. You can see the rest of our moderators. They've got their list there. If you're in the chat room, just check it out in the alerts and announcements, and you can see what they're looking at. Trade smart, everybody. Let's get ready for this open. We've got 2.5 minutes to the opening bell. So get set, get ready. It's almost time to go.
All right. We'll leave you guys with Andrew and Brian. Guys, have a great trading morning. All right. Over on YouTube, we're going to just take a second here to set up and get ready to rock and roll with you guys.
Yeah, I just flipped
see.
my platform over. So I'm
Nice.
ready.
Doing
I'm going
the
to put
same
Adobe here.
Brian.
Keep an eye on
Brian is
eye on
setting up.
Adobe. What else should I
Beautiful.
watch? Warner Brothers?
Let's see here.
Oh, we got Gary. It's Gary and looks like Gary and Brian trading live this morning in the chat room. All right, guys. What do we got? Nvidia getting a little bit of a push here before the open.
You. Awesome.
Adobe. I don't know. Open is dropping.
YouTube. Thank you, Dave. I think Dave joined our Lambos and Garbage Truck. So welcome, my friend Dave Hobbins. Good to have you.
Oh yeah. Welcome, Dave. Dave Hobbing. All right. Less than a minute. Here we go.
Here we are. Perfect.
All right.
All right, friends, we're sitting at
yeah.
185 likes. If we'll love to get your support. 400 is our number. Once we get there, we're very happy and fuzzy and warm inside. So help us do that. We really appreciate it. So thumbs up on the channel, and then that's where you can subscribe if you want to join the Lambos and Garbage Store. You can see the subscribe button there as well if you'd like to join that. So we'd love to have you. New video coming out this week. Looking forward to that for the Lambos and Garbage Truck members.
All right, guys, 10 seconds to the open now. Get ready, whatever you're thinking of trading. So here we go. SMCI.
All right, folks. All right, let's have a great start to this Friday. Let's see here. Sway our 3 minutes and see what's going on. Peter, let us know if you find anything hot. And share your screen when I get a chance so we can switch over to if we have something. When you can, no rush.
Okay.
Yep. In case you're getting something, we can hop over there. Good luck to all. Yes, NVIDIA. You know what? I didn't have NVIDIA on the list, but I should, because NVIDIA is one that can always surprise us with some goodies. That's a big rejection. These Rising Devils plays, man. I mean, I don't know if this is one, but it's setting up pretty nice here. Yes, I am going to Thailand. I will be there. Me and my wife are gonna go. It should be a lot of fun. And again, it's just we like the whole idea that Andrew's going with this one on being a mental, more of a relaxing, getaway. So that's nice. Always nice to take a break like that. Wow, look at the rejection in NVIDIA. Really nice. Are you short NVIDIA? I feel like this will be like your play here somehow.
No, I'm actually short SMCI, and it's bouncing here, so it's giving me a hard time. It's not dropping the way I was hoping it would at the open, and I'm getting really bad fills on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was adding to it. Every time I add it, I get this horrible fill. So So yeah, that didn't work out. I got stopped out on SMCI. So an actual loss to start the day for me. SMCI would not drop and it's going higher.
Hmm.
AMD is
SMCI's
dropping
price action
lower.
is ugly.
The spread looks okay, but man, the fills are like horrible on this thing.
Standard deviation. What did I say? Did I say something that's bad luck for Fridays? Did I
Oh,
say
see
that?
now you just stopped me out, and now are you gonna drop? Oh, see now you're
Oh,
gonna drop
Peter,
on me.
that's gonna piss you off.
God damn
Yeah,
it!
well, look at
Oh
that.
yeah.
That's okay. That's okay. Well, maybe it gives you an opportunity. Keep watching. Might give you a chance to get in here. Yeah, mental retreat and wellness. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Wellness. I couldn't come up with it. But yeah, looking forward to that. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I think we got a few spots left, guys. If you're interested, so check our website bearbootraders.com. There's links there. There might be one or two spots left. Peter, this SMCI looks so weak. Actually, it might be a good five
It
minute RV
does.
breakdown. Not yet, but it might be setting up for something like that. So let's see here. Here's the 1 minute. Let's see if we can get some kind of. Oh, this is the entry if you want to go. This is it right here. Mm. Oh man.
All right, I
Yeah.
am
So
short. I've added into my short now. Let's see
SMCI.
what we if, SMCI here.
You
Sorry.
got it on the pullback. Did you jump on this pullback here?
I didn't again. The fills are horrible. So here's my
Uh
fills. You can see where my break even is, and I put my stop at break even pretty aggressively. I don't want to lose more on this, but
oh. Let's go,
I do
Peter.
want to
It's
get a big
going.
move. Yeah, come
Yep.
on. I got to get a partial here at 46.
Nice, nice, nice.
Come on. I need my money back. So I need a good move here.
It's
Look at
good.
that stop out there, Carlos. Like it just came up and spiked high, stopped me out before
Yeah,
dropping. That's just to annoy me.
that's mean.
So it is
That's
mean.
mean.
I
That's what that
agree.
is.
I agree.
But no,
So
you're getting a decent move now here. Let's see if you can get
I'm
the
hoping.
flush. What's the next level on this thing? Let's look here.
And
Next
I'm thinking
level
down here 45.40.
4581. 4581. I see yeah, 4581. You got that area there, which look, there it is. It's coming to it. Come on. 4581. Ah, there it is. There it is. 4581.
All
Beautiful.
right, taking another partial here.
Oh, it's gonna go even lower. Now it's coming up the high of the
Come on.
day for 2 days
This
ago.
is
Peter, if the fills are bad, I know this probably can mess you up, but maybe limit orders.
it's
Yeah.
gotten better now.
Okay.
So I'm taking a little more off here.
Because maybe I was gonna say you could throw
Uh,
some limit orders too, right? Like I do that when the fills are bad.
oh,
Limit
I
orders will
got filled
help.
at like I got filled at the exact same price twice. That's weird. I
As
actually have two
yeah.
fills, but it only looks like one candle. Oh, sorry. Let me expand this so you can actually see the thing a little bit better. In fact, you know what? I've learned that. Let me do the other one. The other one is better. Uh,
Man, SMCI, really nice short here, guys. Hopefully you took it as well. Tesla, friends. Tesla is just their investors say there's no way this Larry guy is gonna be the richest man. No, 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 no. Forget that. We're going.
yeah.
We're going to push up Tesla. Can't have that. And look at Tesla go here. There it is. Wow. That is a beauty.
All right. I took another partial because it's hesitating down here at this level.
Yep. I know Andrew said he was going to trade TSL if he could. He had that on deck, so hopefully he did because this thing is gone. See him going long here. Okay. No, that's not what it was.
Okay, let's go.
Wow. Tesla is rocking, friends. Peter, how's your trade so far?
Yeah, it's going well.
It's
I've
going.
probably
Yep.
taken too many partials here, but I'm. You can see it's going.
Bring it over.
Oh, and we're
There it is.
still dropping. Look at this. Come on, let's go.
Ah, it's
I want
beautiful,
that.
man.
I want
I'm glad you got
45
back
now.
in. I'm glad you got back
Yeah,
in
me too.
on that thing. Yeah. Yep.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's a better move. All right, taking another partial here. I took a lot of shares, little revengey, I
Mm-hmm.
have to admit, but because I was really annoyed, and my entry was not that great, which is unfortunate. But
Yep.
I'm honestly trading this just to get my money back, which I now have actually. I've got it all back, so now
Good.
I need the gravy. Now it's time for gravy.
It's time for the
Come
gravy.
on. We got
Let's
the
go. Daddy needs new shoes. Yes. Let's do this. All right. Apple. What's Apple up to? Microsoft. WB. I had on the list. It's breaking out now. Could be a nice one. Just I don't know. This stock. It's weird. Yeah, I see the breakout here happening, Matt, on actually on the off the VWAP at the moment. So I am looking at that and
what what's most impressive, Tesla here. Tesla's moving
hmm
against the market because the market's moving down, and Tesla just says, it's like hold my beer. Off it goes.
yeah.
So
Yep. Here's the SPY right now. It's just again sliding a little bit. And again, Tesla wants, like you said, wants no parts of that. Look at just this is beautiful. Just beautiful. Yeah, I see. So I see WBD, and I it is making our move off the VWAP here. So it's got the breakout pattern. You're kind of getting the pullback now. And yeah, you know what would have been a better? Just a 5 minute engulfing would have been great. That would have been a nice trade on this thing. But we're late for that party now. That would have been right in here. Again, I didn't see it until you guys mentioned it, but this would have been a beautiful 5 minute engulfing pattern to go long right at VWAP, right in this area on the 1 minute. This would have been really nice. Here now, I'm just not sure if you have the great risk to reward to do that. So I'm not sure about that. Andrew did get in on, so there it is, Andrew. Tesla ORB from 372 to 377. Nice. That is
so
nice.
Matthias, I appreciate that. You're saying you outsmarted Andrew again. His plan was to take SMCI long. So yeah, I'm on the right side of this one. Standard deviation is calling me out, saying you're taking too many partials. That's emotional trading. And he's not wrong. He's absolutely correct. And I acknowledge that. But I said, look, in my defense, I'm still trying to learn how to trade the open. I've really only started, despite trading for all these years, I've never been a good open trader. And I've
You
only
have less than a
started the
year.
active.
You have
Yeah,
less
well,
than a
really,
year, I think,
since
right?
we've been doing the YouTube show here is when I started trying to
Mm-hmm.
trade the open more actively, and it's really only
Yep.
been the last 6 months or so that I've started to try and get myself into it a little bit. So it's hard for me.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, I am partialing a lot, and you're right, it is emotionally based because every day I look back and I'm like, I shouldn't have taken that many partials. I should have waited
Yeah.
longer. I could have
But
made a lot more money.
listen,
It's
after
easy.
trading
It's
the
easy to
open,
say.
yeah, after trading the open for so long, like I have, eh,
Yeah.
you don't get this every single time. Okay, you don't, and
Right.
it's unfortunate. You get this. So why are we partial? Because you're gonna get this more often than this. Okay, that's it. And you can't play both ways. You just can't. You can't. you can't have a strategy that covers both when the stock wants to do this and when it wants to do that. So you got to pick the one that happens the most often, which is the
Here we
markets do
go.
this.
Here we go.
And that's it.
45.
That's it.
Yes. Another partial as we just broke through 45. That was an actual target I had at the $45 number. So, and if you
Very
look at
nice.
my
Very nice.
trade, Carlos, like right in here where you can see I had these three trades. Actually, I had four
Hold on,
partials
let me
in
put
three
your
minutes.
screen. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got it.
And but this is good. I mean, this is good conversation and standard deviation. I don't mind you pointing out, right? It's good to do because look in here. Look at how I had these. You can see these three partials sort of almost all at the same price level, 3 minutes in a row. That's you're right. That's emotional trading. That's me trying to get my money back, and I wanted to put it in the bank to get myself back to break even because I'd lost money on this first trade,
Yeah.
as you can see where I got stopped out. So and yeah, that's immature. That's something I can improve. The last two partials I took at these levels, I'm actually pretty happy with them because
Yeah.
they're,
Those are good.
they
Yeah.
were sort of they were better. But in here, absolutely, right? This was me saying, "Oh, look at my unrealized P&L is now bigger than the loss that I had, the negative number that was sitting in my realized. I just wanted to take money off to put it in the bank. I wanted to get that number green. Does that that's not the right
I,
motivation. That
it's
absolutely, I can
not. I
100%
think
agree
it's
with you.
fine.
It's not.
It's not
Well,
right,
but
but I think it's
no,
fine because I
but
think what people forget is their mindset, right? This is gonna put your mind at ease. Yes, you're gonna make less money, but guess what? You're at peace. You're gonna go into this weekend knowing that you got money in the bank. You're not losing. I get it. I get it. I just think it's not all about the numbers sometimes, unfortunately, when it comes to trading.
well,
I
absolutely, because
think
you
you're,
you have
yeah,
to manage your psychology and so
a
yeah.
hundred
But
percent. Yeah,
but I said, anyways. Thank you, standard deviation there for pointing it out. Again, I think this is the great type of conversation because, we're never going to tell you this trading thing is easy. That's not who we
yeah,
are,
no,
and it's and like you said, Carlos, like I've watched the Open for a decade, like almost literally full time for a decade. And yeah, sometimes things run, but more often than not, like you said, especially at the Open, like the moves they can reverse just as fast as it drops. So, or, like, and you can't assume that every trade is going to be that big mover. It's great when it happens,
yeah.
but,
Oh man, what
you
a
know,
horrible, yeah, what a horrible feel. So I'm long
yeah.
PLTR friends here for the VWAP breakout, and I
Okay.
got filled so bad. I got filled right at the top of this candle,
Mm.
165.38.
You
So,
want to switch back to
so
your screen there? You can show them.
oh yeah, it can be more higher than that. Come on,
Wow.
yeah,
Wow. Yeah,
like
you're
what
really
is
good.
that?
Well, I mean, hey, I got filled on the downside the same thing, like right at the low of day,
Yeah,
my
yeah.
first time anyways, yeah, so
And again, it's not
happens.
if I think about it, it's not that bad. It's only like 30, maybe 30 cents. But I hit the button here, right?
Hmm.
So I'm looking there, and
Right.
you see the triangle appear here. You're like, what? What is that? But it is what it is.
But, it's good now. Let's hope it holds that for you.
Yeah.
That's good.
Let's see if it holds, man.
PLTR to
PLTRs can trade so bad at times, can be so choppy, and then give you a move later, like around 10:30, can give you an actual move. So let's see if we can get going here. So we're speaking about partialing strategies, right? Everybody's partialing is different, and I'm just always not question, but I'm cautious with how people partial because everybody's different. I think a lot of their partialing has to do with their personality. I'm looking for a partial here at the high of the day, right? That's what I'm looking for. We're gonna be well at 1 hour there. But if I start seeing the price action doing some funky stuff, hesitating, losing momentum, I'm gonna put some money in the bank. I'm gonna take something off. Like right here, we're just kind of struggling a little bit now. I'm probably gonna take something off if we take too long to get to the high of the day, right? So again, that's just everybody's different. Yes, will that reduce how much I make if this thing goes to like 170? Absolutely, but I think you just gotta trade the way you trade. Everybody's different on that part, so we'll see. We'll see if he holds. And then I try to be patient. Once I got some partials in, we'll try to be patient, but it's easier said than done, Peter. So like when you did what you did, I 100% get it. It's tough.
Yeah.
It is tough. Is there 10 a.m. news today? I hope not, unless it's positive because I'm long. So I hope there's no 10 a.m. news, Peter. I don't think we had anything, did we?
Yep.
Oh, consumer
Yeah,
sentiment. Yep.
consumer sentiment. Exactly. So
Mm. All right, we'll
that's
see.
again not really a big number, but we'll see when it comes out.
Carlos, do I look at cam pivots? No, I don't. I don't look at the pivot points. Again, I left things the same. I should try. I should put them on the chart. I mean, I'm not saying they're bad. I just haven't tried them. I should put them on here, and I'm sure maybe is this a point? What's the point? Next point to the top here. If anybody has it, Peter, you use them on your charts?
I put them on my charts. I can't say that I really use them, right? They're there
Okay.
because people ask questions like this all the time about them. So
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
need to be aware of where they are, but I don't actively use them, admittedly.
Okay. I'm looking at your screen now. Yeah, I see them. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's where you took a partial right on there, but I get you're not looking at it
But
in that sense.
no,
Yeah.
and that it's really just coincidence, right? I mean, I took the partial because it hit $45 and it was really playing the whole dollar number. It just
Yeah.
happened
Yeah.
to be that the pivot was right in that area. So
Oh, oh, sorry guys, I'm not showing you the screen. Here it is. Right on there. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. All right, friends. So one trade for me. I'm in PLTR, trying to get to the high of the day. We're right back at break even now. Get back to my screen here. So let's see if this thing can hold. My stop loss 164.75 ish. We don't want to see it go below this area here. So again, we want to see it stay above that if it can. All right, what else, friends? What else you guys have? So just a couple of trades here: RGTI and IonQ. Rigetti Spaghetti. Oh wow, that's
wow.
nice. Look at that. Rigetti taking off here.
Tesla still going 380 now on Tesla.
IonQ. Man, this was the trade of the day. Anderson, this um that is just insane. How did I miss it? I didn't see this building up. I missed this thing. Did not see it building up and getting ready to go on Tesla. You know what? We were focused on SMCI. I was really looking at SMCI, and I was hoping for a 5-minute RB breakdown, and it didn't give you that. It just gave you like a VWAP breakdown, which you took, Peter. So
Yeah.
Tesla's going parabolic. Are you guys in Tesla? You guys got to be in Tesla and enjoying this right now. My goodness. This is
I
just
know.
gone.
Tesla's crazy.
All right, BLTR is trying to do something not as exciting as this other things we're looking at here. And wow, what's the next level on this thing? I mean, is it even following levels? Is the question.
I don't know. Tesla's
This
well
thing
above its
is
recent range. I would think the next
right.
level I've got is around 390. Well, that's way up. 394. Yeah, like
Yeah, that's
it's
the big level. Yeah,
Tesla's out of range here. Like it's yeah, I got too many levels here. Let me clear everything.
390.
Let's
Yeah,
start
yep.
over.
Man.
You know,
Okay.
I was watching Megan yesterday as she was in our chat room, and because she's here in the afternoon, and was
Yeah.
talking about different trade strategies, and she was actually looking at a chart. She went and cleared all the levels, and she made a very what I thought was a very interesting statement where she said you should not be afraid to clear all your levels off of a chart. She says, I mentor people all the time that have like a million levels on their chart, and
Mm-hmm.
it clutters everything. And they say,
Yeah.
well, I'm afraid to remove them because I don't know how I added them. And she said, if you don't have confidence, you know how to re-add your levels if you had a total loss of all of them, then you're probably not mature enough at assessing your levels and setting them. And I thought that was an
Yeah. Yeah.
interesting statement because you're right. Sometimes we hold on to these levels and we're like, I don't know why it's here, but look, it's a level. You should be
Mm.
able to rebuild your levels or they're not real, right? Like they're not real obvious support or resistance levels, which is what you're trying to identify. So it was a
Yeah.
good thought for me that sometimes I do that too, where I hold on to them and I'm like, I got all these lines on my chart, especially things like AMD or Tesla that, we watch every day, Carlos. And anyways, again, it made me think, and it's good. It's always good when you sort of get reminded
Yeah.
of things you should already know.
Yeah. Yep. I agreed. And understanding the levels too, right? You gotta understand, like for example, I use the VWAP a lot, so I understand how is this calculated. I don't gotta know the math behind it, but what is the reason this is here? Why is it important? So that's something you should know about all your levels. If you have all these levels just because, then yeah, that's a little bit tough, and hard to follow. So I think so too, Andrew. I think Tesla is on a tear. Andrew's comment is Tesla might hit 400 today. This is crazy.
That that I
There's
mean, it
got to be
might.
some
That feels
shorts getting
aggressive.
squeezed too. I don't know. I think so, Peter. Look,
Yeah,
this we're if you look at this daily, we're above everything, and I guarantee there's got to be some shorts in here that are gonna eventually
yeah.
find.
I
Yeah,
I would put my money that it's not going to hit 400 today. But I mean, who knows? I could be wrong. I mean, obviously it looks very strong today. I just don't think it's got that would be like a $30 move from the open. That feels like too much to me. But we'll find out together. I'm always
yeah,
willing to admit that I'm wrong, right? So it's good to have an opinion, but hold it loosely, as they say. Strong opinions loosely held, because I could very well get proven wrong.
yeah,
But I wouldn't be. I personally am not going to be taking this long at this level because you know I don't know how much farther it has to go, especially in
yeah,
a market like this that's pretty. I mean, the market looks pretty awful. Look at the SPY and the Qs, like they're going nowhere.
yeah,
It's
yeah, yeah. Friends over on YouTube. So we have 1,100 people watching, which is awesome. Thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate you guys. Let's try to get to 400 likes. That is our goal here. We're 276. If me and Peter can get to 400, we are really happy campers. So we appreciate and love your support, man. Thank you so much, guys. So, um, yeah, really appreciate it. 10:10 news in 6 minutes. Yeah, 6 minutes. Today. We'll get consumer sentiment. I just don't know how much it's gonna affect things, right? Now, what I don't like about I'm in a trade right now, so I hope that I can get some cushion before the news comes out, right? On POTR, we'll hope to get like above this pre-market high of day. Because if you're close to your entry and news comes out and you start getting these spikes, that's not good. So, come on, we got 5 minutes to make something happen here. Yeah, let's get into some situations. Let's get the high of the day so I can take a partial, and then let's continue if we can. So I don't want to be around my entry when this news starts to
yeah.
come out.
Hope you do. We got to
Salman,
pull
good
back.
morning to you over on YouTube. CFC, good to see
Yeah.
you.
Pull back
Sheila,
all the way
good
up
morning.
to VWAP on SMCI, so it bounced off of it fairly hard
Yeah,
actually. I
are you
was
still in this? You still in
thinking,
this?
oh yeah, absolutely.
Thinking of adding?
I was.
Oh,
I was looking for an ad at VWAP, but I said it bounced too quickly. I thought
yeah.
it might play around here for a bit, so we'll have to see. I might just wait and look for another opportunity.
All right, friends. So just getting you seeing it here. Official word from Andrew. Give away a free elite plan for 1 year um, of the EBT
Wow.
membership for the Lambos and garbage truck members. So awesome. Looking forward to that. And the chances to win on that thing are pretty high. Oops, I just cleared my screen on mistake. Because it's like only like 200 members. So it's pretty your chances are pretty good.
No,
Yeah. And some of them might not
it's
be here
too.
today. right? Some of them
Exactly. I
might
was gonna
be. So it's
say.
a lot better.
Yeah.
Some of them might not be here today. So if you're a member, you're here. You're should be feeling really good. Good luck to you. And if you want to sign up, you could do that. You can just go over to bearwoodtraders.com. No, I'm sorry, not bearwoodtraders.com. Go to YouTube. Right here on YouTube, you go to our main screen. You're gonna see this. You're gonna be subscribed here, but it's gonna say join right next to that, and you can click on join, and you're in it. So, we'll do that. We'll do that. We'll do it a little bit later, guys. We'll do it a little bit. Maybe around closer to 10:30ish. We'll do that. Andrew, if you're around or you want to do it now, it's up to you. Whenever Andrew wants to do it. But let's give people an opportunity to sign up, and then we'll do that for you guys. All right. We upgraded TT. A trading terminal has been upgraded. Awesome. Awesome.
Carlos Garcia, you don't see a join option? I wonder if it's only available in certain regions? I don't know. It should be available for everybody. At the bottom of this video, if you're watching and listening right now, bottom right-hand side, bottom left-hand side, it should be there, right beside the Bearable Traders icon. HG, welcome. New member, just signed in.
HG. POTR. You're going to make me get out of my beautiful trade here. 2 minutes left. Come on.
I'm still in SMCI. It's dropping now. I wish I'd added in, but I said yesterday I added in and got stopped out. Exactly sort of the same scenario. So today I thought I would wait, and I guess that was the wrong decision. We'll see. Maybe because you're on your mobile. Could be. Could be because you're on your mobile.
In mobile,
Let me check out.
There's a button. There's a button right next to the chat that you can do it on. So, yep. Yeah, end of the show, guys. Not now. So you could sign up now, but don't do the hashtag BBT. We'll do it at the end of the show, as Andrew said. So yeah, we'll do that. All right. Let's see. PLTR below the VWAP. My stop is, as I mentioned earlier, 164.75. But we're getting close to this news release. So I don't want to be in this trade when that happens.
Where is the button on the mobile? You say there's a button here, Carlos? Somewhere?
Yeah, there is. I'll show you.
Description. Because I'm not seeing it on my phone. Interesting.
Let me see if I can show you. I'll show you guys. It is. They don't make it easy. YouTube does not make this easy. I don't see it. All right, we'll look for later. All right.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Right. Did you find it?
So, no, like I said, I'm on my phone here and I'm trying. Shine. Alex Bob, welcome. Welcome to Lambos and Garbage Trucks. Shine with Zelda. I like it. Shine with Zelda. Welcome.
Shine with Zelda. Yeah, and it was on here somewhere, man. I don't know.
Yeah, I can't find it for the life of me. So, Michael.
Well, some people are finding it. I'm not. I thought I saw it here. Come on, YouTube. This is something that should be front and center.
Yeah.
Should we do? I want to get shirts, man. I want to get LG. Lambos and Garbage Truck shirts. It would be nice. We need a logo.
Have we got a logo for it? Yeah.
We need a logo. We need a logo like with some bearable stuff. Like we need a logo for it. I think it'll be nice. Shirts, right? I want to wear a shirt. You know, I think that'd be nice. All right. All right,
you create a logo, or maybe we should get our team on it, Carlos. So as soon as we get a logo, I'll get a shirt made local. You get one made. We'll that'd be cool. We should
definitely do that. It'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Then we could give away shirts. We could do giveaways. We'll do shirts. So they were doing 5 audio friends, 5 audio books, and we'll do 1 elite membership for Lambos and Garbage Truck members. So that's gonna be fun too.
Yeah, I can't find it for the life of me. So
POTR is just stock. I took the wrong horse today. feel like getting out and just focusing on something else. Like this is just not doing it. And oh look, we're past 10, Peter. We didn't even notice. We're past 10. Nothing has happened.
Oh
So
yeah, you're right. I was busy looking for this
it's
thing. I can't
yeah,
find
me
it.
too. It's just
Uh, so yeah, consumer sentiment came out slightly weaker than expected, so a little bit
wow.
lower. That's looks like the number, but as you pointed out, Carlos, I mean the market right at 10. It did do. I can see a candle down. It did sort of do a relatively big candle down on the 1 minute, but it sort of popped right back up, and I mean I guess it's selling off a little bit, but yeah, not much. Not much
My
reaction.
goodness. Only thing
All
reacting here is
right.
Tesla. This is just beautiful. I bet Andrew
Not
added here. Andrew, did you add here? I see
no,
Andrew adding
I'm
here if you're
sure you
still in
probably
there.
did. Yeah.
Yeah, this is such his ad there.
Yeah.
But wow, man, this is wild. And I'm
Yeah.
here, POTR, just trying to pick up crumbs. Come on, POTR. Learn from Tesla. Do something. You working? You're alive? All right, come on. But POTR does this, right? And then it can come. Yeah, we could give away swag. I would love to do that. Give away some shirts as well. That would be nice. That'd be nice. Peter, any more trades for you? Anything else?
No, no, I'm still in SMCI here, just watching it sort of play around. Uh, Again, I'm willing to hold this all day if it's going to be weak all
Yeah.
day, but we'll see. I'm looking for an opportunity to add more than partial at this point, so I'm hoping that I
Yep.
get it. And I'm
All
just
right, friends.
cranking the desk up here.
Cracking the desk. Awesome.
So I turn the camera off so I don't
Yep.
get all the
Yep. Oh,
comments about what are you doing over there?
what are you
What weird
doing?
things are happening? Gotta crank the desk. There we go.
All right. We got some stuff here. Let's see. Um, Today's Friday. Keep thinking it's Thursday or something. But it is Friday.
It is.
Not ready
Really?
for the week to end. I've been having a lot of
You
fun
got
trading this week. Not ready for
you
it
got
to end.
Thursday in your head, eh?
Yeah, yeah. I feel like we should have one more day of trading today, this week.
Oh, that's awesome. I actually sped up on my run. That's beautiful.
Uh, so Andrew, what's your
Wow.
status? Are you if you're still listening, are you just in Nepal waiting to be able to climb, or what's going on? What's your latest? Or are you in the mount? Are you on the top of the mountain right now with your Starlink? Live into the show. That'd be awesome. Uh, that'd be awesome. All right, let's see here.
Where is he?
I don't know. I don't know. Welcome to the Lambos and Garbage Truck, my friend. Gerito Oz. Ahaz. I'm sure I'm pronouncing that wrong. I'm sure it sounds much better and sexy than that what I just did. But welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, I got this thing. The OTR is gonna make me wait forever to actually get something going here. This is such a pain. Such a pain. But we'll be patient. Oh, he's climatizing at 14,000 feet. Okay. Yep. Yep. In guest house. Nice. Nice. Nice.
Mm.
Tomorrow going higher. So see, this might be a slight delay in the stream. I am on Startlink. Oh, he is using Startlink. Posted on IG. Let's take a look. Okay. Here we go. Put in Elon's product to the test here. Very nice. You can follow Andrew at Beber Traders in Instagram. Oh, this is the this is scary stuff, man. Look at this. This is like the military are in the streets with the riots and stuff like that. Oh, they're driving the other side. Interesting. All right, so here he is. He's all set up there. Oh, that went fine quick. So he's all set up on his computer. But yeah, look at this stuff, man. It's wild. And here is his setup right there. Very nice. SMCI, Tesla. Good stuff. All right. Awesome, man.
I
Awesome.
don't know, man. I
Andrew's
you
a
got guts,
risky
man.
he's
I
a
know.
risky trader. He's a
He's
risky
like,
person too. I
I
would have
know.
turned
He's
around like
like,
I'm
I
going
just,
back home. I'll come back in a
I
few
know.
months.
Like, thinking, okay, so I'm heading into a war zone. Do I like?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, got to climb a mountain. Got
Yeah,
to
like
do it. You're right, Carlos. I would have been in Hong Kong saying,
right.
nope. Let's
Good.
find something else to do.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that would have
All right.
been my approach as
Umberto,
well.
yeah, I saw that earlier. That they found the person, and Jim here in chat was saying that someone recognized them, and a friend recognized them, went to their dad, and their dad called it in, and that was what's gonna happen, right? If you know somebody, you could see you might not know their face, but you can see their body type. You're like, wait a minute, I know who this is, right? And if things line up, because the guy was pretty good at covering his face in all the videos. He's got the glasses and face down and everything. And yeah, yeah. Eventually, he would have gotten caught, but this would have been much faster. But eventually, you get caught. It's just so much technology and videos everywhere. It just takes time to comb through other videos to the one that you let your guard down, and boom, they got your face, right? So Andrew says you only live once. That is very true.
True, but I'd like to make it as long as possible. You only
Come
live once is a good
on,
excuse to do all sorts of silly things.
LTR, do it for
All right,
us.
Tesla. I was watching Tesla to see
Yep.
if I could defy all of you and go short, but it
No,
pushed higher. So
Peter, you
yeah,
what?
that's
No, you did not do
okay.
that. Come on, Peter. Come on.
No, I didn't go short. I said I was watching it.
Oh,
And
okay,
I was
okay, okay. I was to
waiting
say,
to see if it was going to give me a short opportunity because I just,
yeah,
with everybody's convinced it's going to go to 400, it would bring me joy to be able to go short on it and take it
yeah, and
back
prove
down.
everybody
But
wrong. Yeah, yeah.
you
That's
know,
I hear you.
but I said it's got to give me the right signal, and it didn't. So
Yeah,
I'm just still sitting waiting. Rules first. That's how
that's
you
it.
that's how you avoid disaster.
Yeah, you avoided this right here. Might look good, but it tastes horrible. There it is. This is when Peter had tried it.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Oh,
like I said,
you
it,
still
it
have
might
that?
smell good, might look good.
Oh,
If you bite
that
into that,
was, I
ouch.
couldn't believe how bad that tastes. I don't know if I got a bad batch because there's people that love those
Yeah,
Twinkies, but oh my God, that thing was horrible.
that would have
And
been. I would have
I
been.
like,
You
don't
going
get me wrong,
short
I
there
like,
would have been that.
yeah, there you go. I like processed food. Like I'll eat all sorts of things. Hell, I mean, my guilty pleasure is like an Arby's roast beef
Oh,
sandwich. So, and which you can love to hate. That's okay, but that Twinkie was horrible.
Ryan, welcome to Lambos and Garbage Truck, my
Anyways.
friend. Glad to have you. No, Andrew, your your perspective of 85 is off here, man. You're an active guy. You take care of yourself. 85, you'll be moving around like nobody's business. We'll be in Florida playing tennis, you know, playing tennis and hanging out in the nursing home, playing bingo. We'll figure it out. It's a lot. It's a lot you could do at 85 still. It all depends how you get there, right? It all depends how you get to 85. If you get there all banged up and beat up, yeah, it could be a rough 85. But 85, you can still do a couple of things. Finally, PLTR, thank you. I'm just gonna take a partial here because I don't trust you can even. Oh, maybe. All right, here he is. High of the day. High of the day. Any minute now? I don't even trust you. I'm just going to take it now because I don't trust you. I'm going to take a partial here. And let's see. Let's see if we can get going. But wow, this trade took forever. I love the feels. If I'm buying at the top, if I'm selling at the bottom.
Yeah.
That's just how trading goes. But all right, partial here just below my target. I was looking for high of the day. But again, this thing is just not trading well. Volume is pretty low. It is a Friday, so things to be a little bit slower. But partial here, and let's see if we can get some kind of routine. Our stop for this was 174, this area, 164, 164, excuse me, 164.75-ish, right? We don't want to go below there. Why did I pick that area? Below the VWAP, and also if you're already going to go below the VWAP, I'm going to give myself always a little bit of room. And why not go below the area where you have some prior support, right? So right on here. So that's how I picked that level there, 164.75. So I could have been a little higher, a little lower. But within this area, I don't want to see the price action go lower than that. Came close again, and this is why we don't pick, the level to the penny, because look at it here. Right on here, what do? We come back again, we test that same area pretty close to it. So if I would have picked this exact point, I would have been stopped out here, right? We don't want that. So always a little bit lower of where you think your stop should be. If it's going to be previous day close, always a little bit lower. High of the day, always a little bit lower. Yeah.
Can I just say, look at my screen?
Oh, what did you do? You were quiet for a little. You trading MP?
No, I'm short Tesla.
Tesla, sure. There you go. You had to prove us wrong.
I got in and I stopped out at break even really quickly. I got in again and actually added into this, and now it's actually going quite nicely. So this is good because I had the risk to reward here was just awesome. Oh, I hope I don't get stopped out here on this pullback. But
nice, man. Nice,
no, don't do it. Come on. There's a big drop coming on Tesla. There's a big drop coming. Come on, Tesla. I know it. I want to be in for it. Don't stop me out before the drop.
Oh boy.
Please. Don't short a strong stock is what they say. I
hear Brian in my ear right now.
Heck with that. I know.
I hear Brian, don't short a strong stock on one side, and I hear Andrew on the other side saying, "You're so wrong, Peter. You're so wrong."
Well, and I might be over the long term, but in the
short term, you could catch something. Yeah.
I just look at that topping pattern, and I'm like, there was an opportunity there. So,
yeah.
Let's see what we can do here. Come on, let's go, Tesla. I know you got a big drop in you. Let's go.
All right, is this gonna be a Twinkie for Peter or a good move?
Or a juicy burger. I'm hoping. There we go. Come on, let's go. There we go. Taking a partial. Come on. Oh, I didn't quite get the fill at 386 I was hoping for, but that's okay. Yeah, baby. Here, I gotta see what reaction Brian gets when I show him this.
Yes. Mehdi, welcome to the Lambos and Garbage Truck, my friend. I think you want a book from us, right? I think you want an audiobook. The name sounds familiar. Mehdi, welcome. Great to have you.
Oh, here we go. Let's go.
Dan, welcome, my friend. Welcome to the team. Welcome to the family. Good to have you, man.
I'm taking another partial here. Lock in some of this. Oh, yeah, baby. Let's
Peter is working out. Okay.
Let's go.
Let's
go. No Twinkies here, baby.
No Twinkies. I don't know if you're saying baby or something else. I was like, wait, Peter, it's a family show.
No, baby. Baby. All right.
Good. Excellent. No, great reversal here. Awesome stuff.
It's my bread and butter.
Corners. Thank you. Appreciate you, man.
So I'm in two trades right now. Still short SMCI, just hanging in there, still
Yep.
hanging out in that range. Short Tesla, which again, this might be a short-lived trade. I'm not, I'm not assuming that Tesla is going to, be short for a very long
Collapse. Right.
time, but
Right.
right. But I mean, look at those, what I would call the spinning top dojis, the uncertainty you put in at the top. It just had a good
Mm-hmm.
risk to reward because I was so close to the high of day. I mean, when do I basically had like a 50 to 80 cent stop here on Tesla. So it just made
Yep.
sense because it only had to drop a couple of bucks and I would get,
Yep.
a good return, which is where we're at now. So,
Yep. All right. So Andrew has upgraded the stakes here, or not the stakes, the rewards. So now there's a few people
oh,
signed up. He's gonna do, and also 50% off the
wow.
Thailand retreat. So that's good. So if you're interested in going to Thailand, we'll do that. Yeah, let's do that. 50% off the Thailand retreat. Um, so that'll be awesome. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be real fun. So if you want to come with someone, it's 4 grand. You could come for 2,000. That's a steal. Everything included, except
Oh
your
my
flight. You gotta
God.
get
That
there,
is,
obviously.
yeah,
And if
that's a
it's
cheap.
Peter, and if Peter comes, we'll give Peter 70% off. If Peter comes, 70% off for Peter.
I
If Peter comes.
no, can't do it. Can't do it.
All right.
I
Partial here, guys. I know, I know. I'm just adding to the fire. Partial
Hey,
here
oh,
on
actually,
the PLTR.
I lost track of your PLTR trade, Carlos. Awesome. So that's working for you as well. Good.
Yeah, no, this
Good.
it took a while, but yeah, look at this, man. Nice
Yeah.
breakout. Partial here at
Beauty.
168.80. So it's almost it's
Yeah.
$3 from our entry. I mean, that's awesome. So I'm saying I'm not ready for trading to finish. I'm ready for another day of trading. But yeah, this is nice. This is nice.
Oh, thinking. I'm hoping that this pullback on Tesla is fairly limited, but it looks like I might get stopped out. Well, again, if I do, I do.
Yep. Yep. What was my stop
Sure.
loss? 164.75. And let me explain. I explained it earlier why, right? So 164.75 is like right around here. So basically, I wanted it below the VWAP, and since we have this last area of support, might as well put it below that, right? So give myself a little more room. And I'm glad I did, because the reason of that is because usually stocks, they love to come back and test that support area before they get going. And this time they did, right? They come back and they came back and test this support area here and actually got going after that. So always a little bit just below that, just to give yourself a little bit of room. Yeah, you're 100%. I mean, I was looking at flights for Thailand. They're like $1,000 here from Kennedy or Newark's from New York area. So pretty inexpensive. My wife's not is not trying to do economy. I'm like, she wants to go and sit in the business class. I'm like, what are you doing to me? It's
Really?
like doubles the price, right? So
I
it's like, so I get it. We're gonna end up doing it. But I was ready to go economy, just hang out, watch a movie, and chill. No, she's like, no, 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 no. I'm
yeah.
not sitting on that for that long.
See,
So
I have
I
to
get
admit,
it.
flying is one of those things I don't get the whole business class. People are really willing to pay huge premiums for it,
The
and
They're
I'm not.
crazy. Yeah, the prices
I
are
don't.
insane.
I
Like the other
mean,
day, I was looking at first class to go to DR for a 3 hour flight. Like, oh, let's see, treat the family to first class one time. And I'm like,
right.
is more, 2 times than what the ticket price is for a 3 hour flight. I'm not paying that.
Yeah.
For what? I'm not
See
paying
that?
that. Why? You
That's
know how many drinks I can buy at the bar, at the resort,
well,
or wherever? Like, no.
exactly,
And there'll be a lot more
exactly. That's
value and useful and bring me more joy than sitting here for 3 hours. No way. I'm not doing that.
yeah. Like, think you could go to the DR and say, you know what, guys, we're going out to dinner. It's all on me, and you could do that like 5 times over
With your
for the
family.
same price.
Exactly. Yeah.
You
Like
know,
this
so
better use. So even if you have the money, and I know Andrew's like this too. Andrew doesn't take, first class everything unless it's a ridiculously long flight. Yeah, I get it. And if it's a red
yeah.
eye, right? But other than that, it's just get me there. All right, friends, look at this POTR
But
go. I gotta take another partial here. We're at the high. I don't know what this level is. Daily level from the high or somewhere. But yeah, go ahead, Peter. You were saying?
yeah. It's also different on where you are at life. Like Andrew's at a point where, frankly, the money is not meaningful to him, right? Like he'll pay a few
Yeah,
thousand
yeah,
dollars
yeah,
because, like when you've got the level of affluence that he's playing with, you're not worried about it. We're comparing it to other things we can spend it on. In his case, he literally has
yeah,
nothing else he wants to spend it on. He's not sure what
yeah,
to do with it.
yeah, yeah.
So why not take the comfort? I get that. That makes a lot of sense. But when I do the
Hmm.
comparison, I'm like, well, I could do this or that with it, right? I mean, I've got two daughters
Yeah,
whose weddings I'm hoping to pay for at some point.
yeah. That's an extra $1,000 doesn't not gonna
Yeah.
make you or break you, but it's gonna help. Add to that, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, Apple's good
I
at
did get
doing
stopped.
this. You did?
I got stopped out of
Yes.
Tesla. Tesla came back up and
Hmm.
hit my entry. So again, I just let it stop. So like I said, hey, I got the pullback. I did a good job of reading the
Yeah,
price action in the short term. Longer term, maybe this thing will go higher. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it will hit
yeah,
400. I still don't think it's going to get that far, but it could.
yeah,
And if
yeah.
so,
Absolutely.
I can say on the day that Tesla made a $30 move up, I still traded it short and made money, damn it.
Yeah,
So
agree 100%. So I was gonna say
I'm still
Apple's
sitting in
business model is very similar to what you mentioned about, comparing it to, well, I could do this with that, well, I could do that. So what they do is when you go to the store, they'll have the entry level tablet, which is good for almost a lot of people, right? You don't need anything more than that for what you're
right.
doing. But then they'll have something a little bit better for a little more, and then a little bit lower for a little less. And then they do this ladder is what they call it, right? And when you end up doing this, you came in for this, but because you start comparing things, and oh, it's a little bit more, but oh, this is a little bit less, and the screen is bigger, right? So this is a little bit more, and it's a Pro, but the screen is small. Oh, it's a little bit more, but the screen is bigger. Oh, let me go for that. And then next thing you know, you end up leaving with something you did not come in to buy, which is almost two times more the price. It's a great business
Yeah.
model, really great business model.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
it works. It works. So, mm, mm, mm. So yeah, yeah, yeah. Wow, Tesla's gonna go for a second run here, my friends. Second,
Looks like
second
it
run.
might. I don't
Yeah,
know. It's I don't play these second plays like this because now it looks like it could go higher. It's not a good short play in my opinion.
yeah, yeah,
So watch it. It is more likely to go higher than lower at this point. I mean, but
yeah,
still,
yep.
it's sort of like 60-40, which is not good enough odds,
Andrew
in my
says,
opinion.
I spend money like there's no tomorrow. Yeah, but you spend it on stuff you love, right? Like you're not gonna spend it on stuff that doesn't make any sense. Um,
Right.
so it's different. Like
But again, like there's nothing wrong with that. I'm absolutely okay with that if, when you've got the money and you don't have anything
yeah,
else to
yeah,
do with it.
yeah.
So,
I think it's good.
hey, speaking of
I
which,
don't I
Carlos,
don't
speaking of
spend a lot, but
spending
I
money,
yeah, I buy more expensive things than my wife does, right? So I don't buy a lot of stuff, but the stuff I do buy is like I like the high quality things. My wife she's like, no, she'll be like, how much you pay for that, and she's looking at the price because she looks at the price. She's aware and conscious of what things cost. You know, she doesn't have to be all the time, but it's just her nature to like find value. Like you could have
yep,
bought it cheaper here. You could have went here. It's like I'm like, oh
that sounds like my wife. She's
yeah,
she's not a big spender, which I'm very grateful for, but when I buy things, I'm not afraid to spend money on stuff that I like and I want good
right,
quality
right,
about.
yeah.
Tesla over 390. So there you go.
Mm.
There's the pop higher.
Hear what you're saying, Peter. What
Should
did we say earlier? Tesla 400. We just got 10 more dollars to go.
uh,
I think today's the day, baby. I think
okay.
today's the day.
We'll see.
Oh man, this is. Where's John? John's got to be like. He's got to be like high fiving his monitor and stuff. For those that don't know John in our chat, he loves
I
Tesla.
I
Owns a
hope
Tesla.
I
I think
hope
he's
he
holding some Tesla. I mean, he's Tesla, Tesla, Tesla. So I'm hoping he's having a good morning today.
yeah, I agree. Hope so as well. Look at there, 391. I should have gone long because, as I said, it was more likely to go long than short. Should have put
Yeah.
my money where my mouth was.
Come on, POTR. Follow the Tesla move. So we're taking some really good parts this year on POTR race. So we had a really nice pop above the high of the day. So this is the high of the day here. We shot right through that, and you can see the consolidation. And again, just trading really nice today. Last week, and you haven't received the email? Yeah, send it again today, because I'm only up to this week now. So I don't have anything from last week. Bush Shank. Just re-forward me that email, and I'll look at it.
Yeah, buy a PS5, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. What is this game? You guys keep telling me about games.
Andrew's, go ahead, go ahead.
No, people keep telling me about games and stuff that I have to buy.
Mm.
Kingdom Come Deliverance.
So Andrew's enjoying
This
the chat this morning. He's like, I actually got to come here. It's really fun, good trading too. So that's how I feel when I go into the chat room with you guys, right? If I'm off and I just join the chat, it's a lot of fun. Just sitting there and not trading live. We're not doing anything. It's just listening in and trading. It's cool. So if you're watching, it's got to be enjoyable, man, because it's fun. It's fun to have be part of the community, part of the chat, and hopefully find opportunities together, right? So and have Peter trade against you here and there once in a while. Peter, you traded SMCI short. You say you got stopped out.
Yep.
How did you get stopped out? Let me
No,
see.
no. I'm still in SMCI.
You're still
it
in
was
it.
Yeah. It
Good
was
for you, man.
Tesla. It was Tesla that I was stopped out on.
Okay, so I heard wrong. Wow, good for you. You're about to get another low here, man. This is about to go back to low of the day. Did you add?
I hope so. No,
Sorry
I
if I didn't.
never
You didn't
added.
add? Oh, okay.
We were busy talking. We were playing around. I wasn't really.
Yeah.
I wasn't looking for an ad, I have to admit. After that first bounce off of VWAP, which would have been the best opportunity,
Yeah.
I missed that entry. And then when it bounced up a second time, I said I wasn't really paying attention. So I was so
the
eager
second
to.
time it's a little bit rough because that middle zone, right? But that first VWAP, that's
I was also really focused on Tesla. I was so eager to prove everybody wrong and take a short on Tesla that I admit I got myself a little distracted.
That's good. That's good. All right. Yeah, but SMCI, if you took this trade earlier with Peter, this is a beautiful short back to VWAP. And then now I think it's going to break here. We've been just kind of trading into a point. You see that low of the day VWAP, back to the low of the day, mid VWAP, and just kind of getting tighter and tighter. So we might have this will be called a wedge, right? A wedge down trade. I don't trade those patterns, but I think this is like a wedge down or something. So let's see if we can get the breakdown here. That's awesome, man. We look forward to it, Andrew. I think there's so much that we could do here for the show and our YouTube members and family. So yeah, looking forward to it. When to take profits on Apple, Morris. Let's take a look at Apple. I don't know. It's another Tesla. Wow, we haven't really looked at Apple, but it's going. I mean, this thing. Let's see. Let's go. Let's try to get a little more technical. So let's go over into our daily. Now, if I start putting levels here, you have your highs and lows for the last two trades, which you are well above of. So on the daily, I see an area here, 235. I know that's $2 away, so you're pretty far from that now. You do have minor level, right? 234.42. You see this here. You got a couple of stuff happening there as well. Some days opening and closing, slamming into that. So you want to mark that down. And then you start getting to 236, which again, we're nowhere near that at this point. So as far as the daily goes, you're right in the middle of two levels. The one you just passed is 233.31. As far as the daily goes, you're right in the middle here, right? So, if you start getting to 234, if that's part of your plan, maybe you can start taking some off. But it depends on what you're trade management is, which is very difficult, by the way. We just started boot camp. We're in week three.
You got my screen.
Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. So here it is. Here's what I was showing you. So sorry about that. Here it is. Here's the daily levels I was marking, right? So you're right in between this daily level and this daily level. You're right here. So again, maybe if you get to 234, you could, that's what I'm saying, you probably can take something. But again, trade management, it's one of the hardest things once you get past a certain point in your trading. Um, in the boot
See,
camp, for
there you go.
example, we're on week 2, and people are they're working on their entries, right? In week 4 or 5, I'm gonna start seeing them taking really good entries, identifying the patterns, and then they start working towards the middle, the last second to last session of the boot camp. They start focusing on the trade management part. Okay, I got a good entry now. I know how to identify the patterns. I'm taking good trades. I'm getting good, putting my stop where it needs to be. Now, how do I trade manage, right? How do I take partials? Do I partial all? Do I take 20%? Do I take 50%? And this becomes kind of like the process they go through.
Right.
So you kind of set that up. What I tell them is, when we go into very detailed meetings every week, don't try to plan for everything that can possibly happen, right? Because again, like we saw with Peter's trade today, it could have came back up to be up and stopped them out, right? So you can't plan for every single thing that the market is going to do. Have a plan in place, keep following it consistently. Then we make changes with them, slightly to kind of get them where they need to be. Oh, Peter stepped out for a bit. No problem. To kind of get them in a comfortable zone, right? Some end up finding out that hey, they like the all or nothing, right? Some end up finding out that they do like to take partials on when they hit 1R, 2R, 3Rs. Others like to take partial when they hit a key level, key price, right? So there's so many different ways of doing it. There's no wrong or right way of doing it. But it does take a lot of practice, and oh, here I'm about to hit a level now on the daily, so this thing is looking good. There are so many different ways of doing it. And as you practice and get more screen time in our simulator and trainterminal.com, on whatever platform you're on, you're gonna get better and better, and just make small changes based on the data. Moscow Mule, good morning, my friend. Welcome. Good to see you. Yes, Peter's back smiling. There he is. As his SMCI trades looking to break down here, guys. Hopefully it can for him. What about Tesla? 394. This is just a beast today, friends. You do not want to step in front of this unless you're going to do it very quick like Peter did, right? He took a short, boom, boom, out. And if you look at this 5 minutes, the only 2 red candles the entire morning so far. So Peter picked the best place to try this this reversal, right?
And
Pick the best
oh no.
place, man.
Oh,
So,
darn it. And I just missed it. I just got back, Carlos. And
hmm
look, if you look at my screen, exactly what
yeah,
you were saying about understanding your strategy and knowing what you're looking to do, it's really important when you're taking these trades because, like you said, I got short here, I got a little partial. I tried it again. Look, I went short again while you were talking and added into it a little bit because I was taking a small size, and then I didn't see the breakdown I was looking for. So you can see I got out, all
yeah,
out, and avoided this pop because it looked like I was wrong, right, and the pop was coming. So
yeah,
again, I'm actually pretty happy with my trading here, that I'm sticking to my rules. I mean, am I getting big moves on Tesla? Absolutely not. But I know what I look for in these reversals, and I'm managing towards that rule set, and that's
yeah.
basically what I need to be doing.
Yeah.
So
G-Man is asking why
that's
not get into the trend. I think he answered us somewhat in there too, right? Because he knows what he's looking for on these reversals, right? He has his criteria, so
yeah.
his
I
signals. So they're gonna help you get the best risk to reward. Now, can you go long here on an
it
ABCD pattern, on a bull flag, on a consolidation? Absolutely, but you have to have those signals
it
that you're looking for. You know?
Yep. And it makes sense. It would make sense to get in with the trend. I just don't understand why I can't. I'm not comfortable following the trend. I'm not comfortable identifying and following a trend. I really am not. I am much more comfortable trying to reverse a trend when I see weakness. I don't know why. It's how my brain is wired, apparently. So over time, I hope to change that because there's a lot of great, trend opportunities like this Tesla. Hell, I was skeptical at 383 when we were talking about it, that it could go higher. If I just got in, I would have had an $10 move higher. But that's not what my brain wants me to do, apparently. At least not yet. So,
Yeah.
All right. SMCI is not breaking down any lower. It looks like my partial is still
Mm,
pretty much, at the not exactly the low of day, but it's lower than any other price action that we've had. So
yeah.
being
I'm
that we haven't
surprised we
done
didn't get
better,
this breakdown, man. This thing looked like it was ready to
yeah,
flush here. But
it did. It's holding.
yeah. But you're holding to your
So,
stops at break even, right?
yep.
Okay.
Yep. So if we come back up to VWAP and I see weakness again, it might be an opportunity to add. The longer the
Mm-hmm.
day goes, the lower this VWAP is going to move, and the more range I've got between it and my entry. So
Right.
that's
Right.
good.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see. Oh, see Tesla. See, I took a bathroom break at the wrong time. After that pop, that's usually a good sign for a short. So
Yeah.
I could have. Anyways, doesn't matter. It's
It's
but hey,
news
it's a
all-time highs. Yeah.
good good day for me. I'm doing well.
Yep.
I'm essentially, what have I got? Four trades. I'm 3 for 4 on my trades.
That's awesome, man.
Well, no, that's not true. How many trades have I taken? One, two on SMCI, and one, two, three. So I'm five. So I'm actually 3 for 5, but
Mm-hmm.
nicely in the green here.
Yep.
So that's good. Darn it. Darn it. Why did I have to take that bathroom break? Look at that. I missed this good move on Tesla.
Unacceptable. You don't have a bucket? I have an emergency bucket. You don't have an emergency bucket on your desk? In your office?
I do
No?
not. No.
All these years straight, you don't got an emergency bucket? I got two of
No,
these
come on,
things.
man. That's
Oh,
disgusting. That's
I got
no.
an
I don't.
emergency bucket, man. I'm not losing money over a bathroom break. No way.
All right.
Me and you got to
I'm not
talk
that
about this.
dedicated.
Everybody needs an emergency
Oh,
bucket.
apparently. Oh no.
No, no.
I, I think
Okay.
that's TMI right there. That's more than I need to know about
I was
Carlos's
waiting for I
setup.
was waiting for someone to in chat say like, yeah, I have one too. I'm like, whoa, buddy, I was just kidding. And nobody joined me in that.
Nobody, nobody jumped in there.
Nobody
Yeah, I
jumped
gotta
in
get
with
some
me.
of the. Yeah,
So
there's adult depends. No, see, Andrew
yeah,
does not wear one. He absolutely doesn't. You know what Andrew does? He literally leaves his trades unattended, and he just wanders off. He'll take a shower.
take a
If
shower.
you want, go into the
Yeah,
chat room. He'll wander off and take a shower in the middle of a trade. He's like, nope, need to take a shower, and he'll come back, and of course, the
yeah.
trade's always making him more money every
We
time.
call that the
It's
shower
ridiculous.
strategy. Whenever I'm able to see
Yeah,
that he did that in chat, I'm going long or short. Whatever he's in, that's the shower strategy. Because
yeah.
if he leaves away to take a shower, it's gonna work. So
Yeah.
yeah, Brian, good day, my friend.
Hey, good
How are you?
morning, everybody. Good morning. I'm doing well. Doing well. Got a nice trade in on Tesla this morning.
Nice.
Really had no idea it was going to run. It was going to run like it did.
No,
That was crazy.
no kidding. No kidding.
Yeah.
So
No kidding.
I got a nice move. Um, but then I basically I thought about 380 was about the limit, the extent to where this was going to go. So that's where I had my last
Oh
partial.
no. Oh
But
no.
man, did it ever continue to go there?
Ah. Carlos, I'm
So
wishing for your bucket right now.
Well, I tell you,
what?
emergency
Yeah,
bucket,
well,
man.
and Brian, I had your we were talking about you and your voice in my head because I was busy. I took a couple of shorts on Tesla, made money because I was, I love shorting a
Okay.
strong stock. Um, and I did get a little bit of a reversal just after 10 o'clock. And I actually, unfortunately, we're talking about this bucket because Carlos is joking that he's got a pee bucket beneath his desk because I ran off to go to the bathroom and I missed this pullback because I wasn't here. So, oh well, that's too bad. But this would have been
uh,
great. This is like a
this
$5 move now. $6.
Good buddy, four
yeah.
corners. So no, we are trading. Well, I'm trading the stocks directly, so I'm not doing options. So this is Dash Trader Pro. So we are trading the equity itself, like we are trading POTR. There are some people that do that. Brian, you do some options trade sometimes. If you see something you like on the charts, right? You
Yeah,
take an option play on it. Um, so, but me and Peter don't.
yeah.
We
No, I
trade
did
the
a.
individual stock.
I
Yeah.
actually, yeah, I actually traded Tesla options. So
Yeah.
I
Nice.
traded it because I do like the options action on Tesla.
Yeah.
It is the options are fairly liquid, and you just get a better quick return. So you might be getting a 920 here on Tesla.
Maybe. Yeah. Oh,
So
we're
yeah, I
still.
tried to take a reversal with Gary on Tesla at one point, and we both got stopped out. Um, it just back at around 10:15, just wanted to hold that 9 EMA one more time.
Mhm.
But
Or you
Tesla
went
has actually
you
been amazing.
you went short Tesla there, or you were long?
Yeah, right around we figured right it was around 10:15. It looked like it was doing sort of a head and shoulders pattern there.
Yeah. Well,
And
that's exactly
was
right
kind of
before that is when I shorted it. So yeah.
yeah, 10:10 is usually a good time to for the for a 920 trade too. So kind of the timing lined up and
Yep. That's said it was 10, yeah, exactly around then, 10, 12 when I went short and
yeah,
got
this
a
one
got a move to that 9 EMA you're talking about. Oh, this move though. This I knew that this pullback was coming. It's just a shame I wasn't here to see the setup because it had already started by the time I got back. So that's too bad. Ah,
All right. I'm gonna take another partial here on
shame,
PLTR in case we're
shame,
getting a
shame,
little
shame.
bit toppy. So I'm gonna take a little bit off here, and we'll see. Oh,
Mhm. Oh, maybe we'll get a move below 45 again in SMCI. It's once again testing. Look at the
yeah,
this
SMCI
is
really
though.
sold off.
Yeah, I still in that, still short from the open. So still hanging
Okay,
on to some
nice.
shares. Yeah, want to see where it's going to go.
And a lot of profit taking now on Tesla after it had ran up that much. It really looked like we were going to head to 400. There's a lot of open interest at 400. A lot of contracts, and who knows? Maybe we come back up here. Still some big orders sitting up there at 395. Qs are breaking out. PLTRs at high of day again, or high yesterday's high as well. One notable thing is the SPY is really just has done nothing today. Well, how was everyone else's day? Tesla, everybody trading Tesla options. Yeah, they've got that Warner Brothers thing going on. Apparently, that was really in play yesterday.
I'm reading the description of this game that was recommended to me, this Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Is it, hey, we just got below $45 on SMCI. Let's go. Let's go lower. Come on.
Mhm.
Do you need to play the first one to play the second one? Does it matter? Can you just pick up in Deliverance 2 without playing the first one? As long as you like first person? Hmm. I'm
Mm.
tempted. I'm tempted to just get it on the Windows version. Anybody played it on Windows? Just play it on my computer. Don't have to buy a new PlayStation then. I need to play the first one. I'm not that big of a gamer. I haven't played it's been a long time since I've really played a game. I'm usually out doing things when I'm not sitting here trading. And it's hard to play a game and pay close enough attention to the markets to to do those concurrently, I've learned.
That is true.
Oh. I've got so much Romo here in this Tesla trade. I just wish I'd been here because I could have taken it again short again, and this would have been like my best move of the day. It's too bad. SMCI bounced again. I'm surprised this week, guys. I've traded Micron yesterday. I've traded SMCI today. This is just so like not like me. It's good. So,
You're getting a few trades in area.
I am. I'm trading this open here a little much more actively. I'm trying to get better at trading the open because I've never been good at it. So, so it's good to be able to, you know,
A
do just
few
play with you guys.
ORBs. Did you?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I watch you guys get all this fun trading at the open, and I usually just sit and watch. So, time to throw my hat back in that ring. And
What
so,
was your entry on SMCI was right at that peak there, eh? When we opened up and it
well,
kind of
no.
popped.
Well, you can see actually, I don't know if you can see the screen here. Let me go back and I'll show you what it looks like. I tried to get in first, Brian, opening so that sort of the fallen. It's not really, it wasn't really a Rising Devil type trade because it was
No,
green. I thought
it was gapping up.
it was more of a lead balloon type trade I was hoping for.
Right.
So I entered I with a small size, I added to it, and then I got stopped out when it spiked here. And then I saw the big weakness, so and then I entered again and then added to it on its way down. So my average now is $46.33. But
Mm,
yeah, and I wish I'd got an entry up here, but that's really where I got stopped out of my first trade and then re-entered. So
okay.
yeah, so not bad. It's again, it's just
Yeah, it was going into the open. It had dropped below the view app, which was kind of interesting.
mhm.
So yeah, more like a lead balloon trade. You would have expected it to trading below the view app to sell off.
That
Bit of
was
buying pressure at the open, but good area to short into.
yep. So I stuck with it and said got a decent trade out of it, so it's not bad. Hey, again, it's a good day so far. It's a good Friday. I'm hoping that I get some good midday trading opportunities. We'll see. Unfortunately, Fridays all summer have largely, we get into the sideways price action for the most part, so it gets harder
Yeah.
to find good trade opportunities.
I'm just looking at something. I look reference occasionally, and that's this spot gamma, which they have. You can kind of get an indication of how the market's going to trade just based on the zero DT options. And they were indicating this morning that there was what they call positive gamma, pretty much right all around SPY, which means the volatility is going to be fairly low. And that's pretty much what we've seen all day. There's been very little price movement on the SPX. So a lot of the movement now, I think, in the option or in the stock market is being more and more driven by options. But again, yeah, SPY has just been flatlining. The only thing that's really been doing well here is the Qs finally broke out. I tried to play the Qs on that first breakout, but it failed. Came back to the VWAP, and then of course decided to go higher after that.
Yep, as it does a lot, doesn't it?
As it all usually does, yeah. Maybe we've got Tesla's more downside here. But maybe
I'm
not. It's really narrowing into a very thin range here.
It is. So guys, I'm in a good position despite the fact that I'm a little frustrated that I missed this Tesla move because you guys know I was actively trading Tesla to the short side. Such a great, I would have had an excellent entry, marvelous risk to reward, good return, but I'm just watching. So missed that opportunity. I'm still sitting in my SMCI trade, which we took right at the open we were talking about. So 2 minutes, 3 minutes into the open, I got into this, and we'll just hold on to it since it's not doing anything. And yeah, we'll see what the day brings. We're an hour and a half into this market open almost, and it's a decent
right.
Friday.
I
Carlos,
don't.
I don't know if Carlos
Yep.
is still in his PLTR trade, but it's still going higher.
Yeah. Yep. I'm here. I'm still
Yeah,
in it.
PLTR is
It's
rocking.
a
Good, awesome.
beautiful thing, man. Beautiful thing. So I'm getting ready to take another
Yeah.
partial, and we're also getting ready to do this giveaway, friends. So hit hashtag
Oh, the giveaways.
BBT for
Yep.
5 audiobooks. And we're doing the big one today. Andrew approved for us to do 1 elite membership for our Lambos and Garbage
Okay.
Truck members. So
Mm.
that's an annual membership. So that's gonna be fun. So yeah, hashtag BBT. We'll do the 5 audiobooks first. I did get a copy of more copies of the new book, right? So Andrew just sent me 2 fresh lists. So I will send you those new books today, right? So today we'll get
Did
those
you
out.
did
Yeah.
you figure that out for your side, Brian? I know you were going to look into it for your book, maybe.
Yeah,
That'll be
I don't
nice.
know if Andrew sends you some kind of a code or something.
No, just send me he sent me the spreadsheet. He'll download the spreadsheet. You send it over to me, and then we could do it.
Yeah, but where does he get the spreadsheet from? That's what
Oh
Brian's
no,
trying
no.
to
See
figure out.
now you're asking some
Yeah.
the secret questions. I don't know.
Okay. All
I'm
right.
not sure. Yeah,
Sounds like you
Okay,
need to
well,
ask
we'll
yeah.
Andrew or Brian.
It looks like
we'll
How he
it's
does
all
that.
through
yeah we'll
Amazon.
take
Yeah. So
yeah we'll take it offline.
yeah, it
Yep.
looks like it's. Let me get this big here so we all can see what's happening. We'll do
Let's
this
go.
here. There we go.
I assume you're letting everybody use hashtag BBT today, right?
Yeah, for the book hashtag BBT, and then we'll switch
Okay.
it for elite members. We'll switch it here. All right, so here it is,
Okay.
friends. 5 audiobooks.
All right, guys. Hashtag BBT. Alyssa
I don't got my
Radar.
pen.
You typed it in wrong there. Make sure you get hashtag BBT. I probably said your name wrong, but it was scrolling by fast. Just want to make sure everybody's got a chance to get in.
Yep.
You've got basically, if you're a Lambo and garbage truck member, you get 4 entries. If you're not, you get 1 entry. So put you into the draw.
Oh, I missed my partial here. Let me do one now. Hold on.
Oh yeah.
I missed the
pull
pop.
back.
That's my fault. Yeah, that's my fault. All right. Okay, here we go.
Well, I'll let you know. I'll let you know if it gets back there, Carlos.
Yeah, let me know. All right, I took a partial now here just in case. Because I'm probably gonna be done after this trade. All right, friends, let's take a look here. First winner on the audiobook, Gurpreet Singh. Welcome. Congrats. Nabil Sami.
Congrats.
Congratulations to you.
Awesome.
We have here. The next one is Manju Dalat. I think you won already, but we'll give you another book. We got a different copy, so congrats.
I think a couple of people I see some familiar names here. So yeah.
Anna, congratulations, winner of the
All right.
book there. And here's the last one is going to be Chill Vlog. Vlog.
Chill vlog. Yeah, vlog.
Chill Vlog. Yeah, vlog. Yeah, there you go.
Chill vlog.
Not
All right.
vlog. You could say vlog, but it's not that.
No, vlog.
All right. Yeah. Excellent, friends. All right, let's go back here. Now we're going to do, that's for Andrew's new book, which I got new copies of. So I'm going to go back here. We're going to do now Lambos and Garbage Truck members for the big one, friends. Elite membership. So we'll do hashtag Elite.
Thailand. Oh, no, this is the, this is the Elite.
So
yeah, hashtag
the Elite. So Thailand.
do that. Yeah.
Thailand, we're going to do it hashtag Elite on that, friends. We're going to do Monday. Spread the love out a little bit. So Andrew still wants to do 50% off for Lambos and Garbage Truck members on Monday. So Monday we'll run that, which makes sense, right? Spread the love a little bit. So hashtag Elite, there you are, 61 entries. Man, the win ratio here, 670 entries is really good. So if you won before, like if you won an Elite membership before, you might win again. We'll just run it to somebody else, all right? If you already are a winner of the 1-year Elite membership, because I see some familiar names that have won already, I will give it to somebody else on Monday, right? We'll give it, spread the love around a little bit.
Yeah. I think that's a good idea.
Yeah. Keep track of all the ones that have won, and we'll do it again Monday. It'll be like the lotto, right? We just keep doing it next, so we'll see. All right, friends, here it is. 3, 2 up, a couple more entries. 100.
Yeah. Hashtag Elite. Right. Last chance.
Hashtag Elite. Yeah, not BBT. Hashtag Elite. Let's make sure we do it. Okay, there it is. Now more entries coming correctly. All right, 10. 10's too much. 5, 4, 3. I'm like, not doing that. 2 and 1. Wow. So it's just like I see people coming in. It's like I feel bad hitting the button, but I have to. 117. Here it is. 122. All right, we'll wait a little bit more. It's a lot of people that are joining now, so
you count down to then.
I know it's the shot like
then
it's
you
all
cut the
messed
wire.
up. Cut the wire. It's just like it's such a punk, man. I want everybody to win. All right, again, here it is. 3, 2, 1. The winner is Roya Shapira. Congratulations! 1 year Elite annual membership for you. Send me an email. All the ebook winners, send me an email as well. We'll get you guys all set up with Andrew's new book and everything ready to go there. So beautiful thing. All right, let's see how we're doing. Get this out the way. All right, I'm still in PLTR. Took a partial already, missed the pop, but I'm probably gonna set a range order, take a break from the screens, and start the weekend, guys. So Thor is up next. Brian, thanks for joining, man. I appreciate you. Thor is on deck here to get started. Have a great weekend, guys. If I don't talk to you.
Yep. Have a good one, everyone.
You too, man. Have a great weekend.
Have a good one.
Thanks.
Have a great weekend, everybody. Thor, welcome, buddy. How you doing today?
Thor and Nathan on deck.
Bored today. Really, really bored today.
You're bored.
Yeah. Okay. So when I went through I didn't post a watch list this morning, partially because I was trading over at P Capital, but also partially because I didn't have a watch list today. Like there were no tickers that were opening up in ranges that seem conducive for my trading system. So I just have probably kind of been sitting back, just watching the market kind of have a day today. But for anyone who can see through my camera, you'll notice that I'm actually in the middle of moving. So you can see here, I've actually started to disassemble the background, like, the brick wall that is not a brick wall. It was just wallpaper. So it's all
Right.
fake, people. It's all smoke and mirrors. So anyway, I finally have a trade that I'm in, and it's really my first trade of the day, and I don't even know how much I love it, but it works, which is I'm in on RTY after it bottomed, and it finally looked like we were starting to buy a little bit. And I don't know, it's not awesome. So I may take a stop today and just call it a day. I had an amazing week. So the one thing I don't want to do is like, we were kind of talking about in peak today, this morning, like as I was sitting around doing a whole lot of nothing, we were kind of discussing that, sometimes there's just days when even though other people are making money that day, it's the kind of day where I'm very likely gonna, struggle. So, why not rip some wallpaper down instead? What's up, Nathan?
What's going on, brother? How are you?
I'm amazing.
Yeah, I've
Bored,
had
but
a great
amazing.
I've had a great week too, so
Nice.
looking forward to a good weekend. A Michigan win this weekend and sit outside and do a fire on the patio.
You're hoping for a Michigan win this weekend?
They better win, man. They got a cupcake game, so they better pull it off.
Oh man, do we have any Michigan fans in here with Nathan? Anybody here throwing good vibes for Michigan?
Coach
Coach,
Coach
Coach is
Ovis,
saying
man,
Big
yeah,
O.
Oregon's good, man. Oregon's good this year. I'm glad Michigan doesn't have to play them. How are the
Go
Jags doing?
Blue. You know, we might actually mess up and get ourselves a team. You know what I
Uh-oh.
mean? We'll see what happens. Like our kicker accidentally set like the NFL record for the longest freaking field goal ever kicked.
Accidentally.
You know what I
That's
mean?
funny. Yeah.
He's got a leg. We all know he has a leg, right? So, it's yeah, so but I mean he crushed it. So go him. And then yeah, it is in kind of a kill zone there, laughing stock for sure. It didn't bottom out well, and it finally started buying a little bit around this area, but you're 100% right. It's a little low. I mean, it's just not great. I mean, we got even a no play possible being called now. So it fit enough for me to give this a go here, but I think we're just going to kind of sell. And unfortunately for me, like what I was really hoping for was that we were going to rally, right? And that we were going to get up. It's a higher, wider range. So I was hoping we were going to maybe get way up here, but I can't trade short here. This is why we don't trade this range. Look at the ES today. It's just horrible. So NQ gave us a bit of a rally, right? So, but it's a narrow range, right? So we're more likely to close on NQ maybe just outside the range here, but it's not really. I mean, we could even maybe play long still for a continuation into the close, but I don't know, man. It's just all looks like junk.
Yeah, I was wondering what
Um,
you thought about in Q right here.
it's just all like junk, man. I hate it all. So
Hold
I
up.
think today is just a really good day. NQ does look like it started selling finally. So, but if y'all have any tickers you think you like, I mean, I could take a look at it. But I don't think I'm going to take any other trades today. I think I'm just going to see if this RTY pans out. And
Yeah,
then other than
it feels
that,
like a hangover day, right? From all the
exact,
news
it's what it is.
yesterday.
It's
And
totally what it
yeah.
is.
Have
Yesterday we
you
totally deviated. Tesla ran like a bajillion points yesterday. Things were crazy.
Tesla's being Tesla, right? Look at Apple though. Apple, poor thing, it's been getting
So, so
destroyed, and then all of a sudden
So we
with the
got
pop.
my so Apple actually looks like it's starting to find a seller. And
Yeah.
we are in a higher narrow range, so we could play R6. If we find a seller here, we might re-trigger our R6 short. This one's actually a possibility, right? But right now, the overall on the session, we've been buying, right? But on the short term, we're selling now. Look, our rolling indicator went negative. Look at
I
that.
love that thing, man. I
Are you
really like
liking
it.
it? Are you
Yeah.
liking my new brainchild?
I like the new dev too, the new dev cams. I've been looking at them quite a bit.
Nice.
You're killing it, man, with the indicators. Keep that brain working. That's why you shave your hair, so you get that cooling
Exactly.
effect when that brain's overloaded.
Exactly. It's like a heat sink, right? It's like a heat sink. You know, I might try a short on this Apple one. How's its book looking, man? Let me know what you're seeing. I kind of like it.
Let me, actually, let me,
What do you guys in the room think for a short on Apple here? I think I might give this a shot. I could run my stop above
when are
high
you,
of day. I'd go
when are you
from
starting
movement
the
back to
account?
PD6, back to like PDC, go back to the close.
When are you gonna start the group,
Oh man, I keep
combine or whatever?
forgetting. Dude, that's such a good idea. I keep forgetting. I'm gonna set one up this weekend. All right, so I lost the YouTube page. There you are. Bruz, dude, your brain is working, man. So look at Apple. Apple's rolling value has now gone to -50. So we've definitely started selling up here according to this little indicator here. Now our order book is still pretty bullish though, right? But we're absorbing. So we have a bullish order book, but the rolling indicator would insinuate we're absorbing here and selling. So that means so it'll be interesting to see if how well this works. Right now, I would be calling a reversal here on Apple based upon this
Yeah,
indicator.
it's just the book. The book is still now it's got
But
a
the
block
book's
of
very
orders.
bullish.
That
So,
could be an iceberg right there though.
well,
You
look,
see how
they've
we
even
tested
split it
into it?
off.
We keep testing into it. It keeps getting thicker. So if it's not getting in that volume like that, that could be some resistance right there on that iceberg.
But even look as we're pulling up, see how the rolling is staying low. It didn't
Hmm.
like we didn't go closer to positive value there. We barely upticked at all. Yeah, but that's the whole, I mean, it's perfect. That's exactly what we want, bros. This is working perfectly. That I
Hmm.
want those large candles being accounted for like that. That's perfect. And then and then Bruz is actually who came up with the idea of using like a multiplier. So like if you have multiple candles in a row, like for instance, Tesla, look how strong Tesla was today. Look at the indicator, bright green all day. Like we were in P Capital watching it, and everyone kept asking about reversal. And I said, just keep buying every freaking dip you can on this thing. It was straight green all day. It was beautiful. And we ran full hot on the indicator. So this indicator is called the buying or selling indicator. So
BS
basically
indicator.
it's the BS indicator. Bruz, what do you think? The BS indicator.
I said BS detector too, but
Or the BS detector. Yes. The BS detector. Bruz, rename. It's the BS detector. Oh my God. If everyone thinks this should be immediately named the BS detector, can you give me a thumbs up for the BS detector?
yeah, hashtag BS.
So like right now, if you're thinking about reversing Tesla, right? Look, it's still rolling green, right? Like even in the green, we're still buying right now. Even on the short term, we're still buying. Like just because we sold, like a lot of people will see this selling and assume this means we're making a reversal, but the selling volume is quite light compared to the buying, and the BS detector, right, will show you that.
Oh, that's great,
Oh, I'm
man.
so happy right now. It's the buying or selling detector, basically. So one of the things, okay, so I'm trying to like solve a lot of these like weird things. So one of the things when I mentor my mentees, one of the criteria I ask them to answer is it? right? Is it buying or is it selling when you're getting in, right? So, and that's actually a really hard question to answer for a lot of people, right? They don't really know if it's buying or selling, but risk management's a lot easier when you pick the right direction. So I'm really encouraged. I really try and teach it to people. So the BS detector is the answer to that question. Is it, right? So like on Apple, for instance, right? Apple right now, the BS detector, right, is saying that we're starting to sell, right? Because, but we've been buying overall, right? So we were a buy today. We've been buying, but right now, currently, it would look like we're distributing. Yeah, it's not available yet. It's literally, I just invented it. And by I invented it, I mean Bruz just coded some crazy invention that I like talked to him about on a vid. Like I made a Loom video basically describing the indicator and what I wanted it to do and what I thought it would do and kind of the idea. And then he took that and somehow this came out. Like you guys don't understand. Like, can I gush on this Bruz guy for a second? Nathan, can we bromance for just a moment? You're not gonna get
Oh yeah,
jealous if I
absolutely.
bromance with another man, are you?
No.
You'll always be the Dean to my Sam. Just
We have an
don't.
open relationship.
Yeah, we have
So
an open bromance. This Bruz dude is freaking genius, dude. So I mean, it is like wild. It is like wild. Like what this guy like, because I give him, he's who also coded the pivot indicator, the Camaria pivot plays indicator. He is who has coded our really key levels indicator and our adaptive ATR indicator. Right? I mean, this dude, it's just like it's crazy. So the only indicators that I now currently use, are Bruz indicators, and then one other gentleman from my community coded Rob coded the ghost candles. So every single indicator that I'm currently using now, but this right here, this baby right here, it's not available yet because it's literally just my brainchild. It's some crazy thing that Bruz, and I don't know if it even works, right? So, but I can tell you at the end of the day yesterday, Nathan, I went through and clicked, and every chart that was green had closed that day green. Every chart that was red had closed down. So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it worked, and the rollings seemed to fit. And so we can actually see. So this is what it looks like in the matrix.
yeah, let me get access to the dev version. I'll check it out too and
Yeah, I'll
see if
shoot
I
you.
see anything as well.
So look at this. This is what this looks like in the matrix. So you can actually see right now on Apple, we were buying, and you can see we were staying high above our zero line the entire time. So we were buying very strong. This was the first time we started showing weakness, was right here. Right? And look where that is, right there.
Mm-hmm.
And then as we pulled back and we offered, and then we came down, and there's our cross right there. This is our entry. This would be the entry signal right there. Right? The break of that low. That's our entry. So you'd be looking to get short, somewhere, in right around here with a stop above here, in theory. Right?
Yeah, and it's extended over ATR, and yeah, so it's
So
pretty
whether
extended.
it works or not, we'll see. So like right now we're reoffering, right? And the reoffer is scary, but this reoffer is not bringing in a lot of volume, so we'll have to see how it reads it. So yeah, this isn't published yet. No, not similar to MACD. Okay. I don't think anyone in their whole lives could ever like duplicate this thing. So I'll kind of give you an idea of how I came up with it, because why not? Right? So basically, because I just want you to have an idea. So basically what happens is I really like playing cards, and especially like blackjack, and I like card counting. Right? So one day I was going for a run. I was literally running like a 5K, and I was about halfway through the 5K. And as I'm running through the 5K and going into it, all of a sudden this like idea, like just like whap, hits me in the face, because I'm obsessed with trading, right? So even when I'm running a 5K, I'm still thinking about trading. And one of the things I've been pondering is like, how can I create something that just tells you, are we buying or are we selling? You know what I mean? So you can kind of get an idea just generalized of when those things are happening. So what we've done more or less, you know, Bruz is really the mathematician here. But what we basically do is I went through with Bruz and I assigned certain candles under certain volumes a value, right? Like a +1 or a -1 value, similar to like card counting. Right. So, but we also multiply those based on how many green candles or how many red candles and some other things, how much volume is there and all of these other things. So basically what this is doing is it's reading, it's an anomaly hunter. It's a BS detector, right? So what it does is it's the best name ever created, by the way, Nathan. Like
You're welcome.
I think it does need to actually be mentioned that Nathan, like this in theory, if this BS detector is working right now, this would be a reverse, you know, a reversal location right here. So yeah, so we'll see. But so that's what it kind of does is it's reading the amount of movement versus the amount of volume, and then doing that. Let's look at UNH. And then we'll see if Apple ends up selling. So UNH is in a hard sell right now, according to the BS detector.
Yeah, right in the selling range too.
So yeah, look. Oh, perfect. Oh.
Yeah, look at that.
It was
That's
a higher,
beautiful.
wider range, R4 reversal.
That's chart porn right there.
This is beautiful. Bruz, look at this. Look. So we start off with a hard sell and then we re-volume. But look, this is selling. Look, see how all the big volumes on the sell and look, big volume on the buys get stuffed. Big volumes on the sells actually move the price. So it gave these a sell value. So we're selling on the session and our rolling is a sell. This thing's a short. I didn't even look at the book. I mean, I would hold. If you're short, I would be holding. But look at this. If this was perfect right here, I mean, you look. So if I add, let me add the BS detector back on. Oh my God, can you please rename it for us to instead of buying / selling to the Thor's BS, the BS detector or Thor's BS detector? I will fly to Prague and kiss you if you do that. You heard it on YouTube.
You'll even do it on YouTube, like while you're there.
I will come kiss the king. It's a cheek kiss. Don't get creepy. Don't get creepy. Cheek kiss. We're gonna be French around here. Look, there it is. Look, there's the zero line. There's the cross. Right there, Nathan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that the candle formation.
That's
up
our
there, too.
but that's our
really
and then
nice.
this is our entry signal is the cross when we break it. So your entry signal is right there. I mean,
Yeah.
look at that.
Was
Flawless.
that the 5-minute low?
Flawless. New 5-minute low. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it looked like it would be about the 5-minute low.
But you know, and I mean, look at that, right? Dun 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 dun. Look over here. Guess what's happening? Oh my God, the BS detector. That's pretty fun.
Yeah, no, I
All
like
right.
it.
If you haven't liked yet or shared or subscribed or joined Lambos and Fire Trucks, hey, anyone who is a member of Lambos and Fire Trucks, I will give earlier access to this indicator than everybody else.
Nice.
So when it's available, might not be today, might not be for a week, might not be for a month, but if you're a member of Lambos and Garbage Trucks, you'll get access to this at the or garbage fire trucks, whatever it's called. Whatever, I don't even know what it's called. As long as you're a member, right? If you got the green highlight, right? Then when this comes out, I'm gonna give you access to it. If for some reason we decide to monetize it in some fashion, I will find a way to give you a discount. So, but come by and hang out with me. I will, I will show you how it works and we'll talk about it. I thought that, what is it called now? I thought that's what it was called. Did they change the name? Yeah, Tom
All right,
G.
Tom, welcome.
Let's go. I love you frickin' people. So that's the deal, people. You've heard it here on YouTube. It's Lambos and garbage trucks.
It's like Andrew's Fight Club.
One thing we're not going to do
sorry.
is, Braz and I talked about, we're not going to try and go like crazy as far as like monetizing this thing, you know what I mean? But, you know, if we can, we will. You know, if we can hook you guys up and make it awesome and get it to everybody, that's really kind of the goal. But I'll give an advantage to the coolest people in the room. I keep hearing like a ding sound. Like, where is that even coming from? It's like,
Oh, the rooster crow was my alert going off for the cams for MNQ. It switched over
hilarious.
to R4 Extreme Reversal.
Yeah, JC Trader. Let's go.
Nice.
You the man. You know, I actually heard that by joining the group, you instantly look more appealing. Like, I don't really know if that's funded by, if that's like science-based, but it's just something I've heard. Um, so right now, like the Qs look like we're starting to sell, right? So we're in the higher range. We're near R4. Our rolling is pretty short. I mean, look at this re-offers we pulled back, all selling. I mean, it looks like we're about to sell.
It's got a, like in MNQ's got a big order block here underneath. It looks like it's trying to support price though. It's a possible iceberg right here underneath, but we definitely need some more orders to come into the top side.
Let's look at Oracle. See if Q's gives us a, I want to see if NQ gives us a re-offer. You know, it wouldn't be a standard play, but we could see if it keeps selling under here, it could definitely be something. Let's look at Oracle for you. Oracle right now is selling just in general. So yeah, I mean, since the open, we sold pretty well. When we rallied, its volume dropped quite a bit. And then as we've rallied back down, if we've sold back down, our volume has sustained and moved pretty well. So right now we're still giving this one a fairly solid sell. There's the cross right there. A little low.
Yeah, we're into some buying pressure for
This is actually a
S&P.
lower narrow range. So on this one, I'd actually look for a continuation to the downside. Even though we're below ATR low, I wouldn't try and long this. I would actually see if this continues to the downside. Be nice to see if like NQ went all the way to like R4. We could play with it there maybe, even though it's a narrow range. All right, let's see. Amazon example, discount to premium. Let's look. So Amazon looks like it's selling really more than it's buying on the day in general, right? You can kind of just see that in the, in the indicator. We're still working on the color scheme right now. But right now we basically we give it a value of when it's at 0, we make it yellow, but because it's kind of transparent, it's kind of mustardy looking, which I don't know, kind of into it. But we'll see what happens. But so what you can see is since in the open we really couldn't buy very well, and we sold fairly well down to the lows. So we're sitting in what we would consider to be more of a buying range, obviously, right, at S3. So we're a lower narrow range and we're at S3. So this isn't really a place to get short, right? So this for me, this ticker is, I wouldn't really play it today because the ideal play on this one would have actually have been a short at S4. Like if we'd have sold and sold here through S4 and reoffered back, that play from there to there would have been really nice. But going from, but yeah, this one
That's
there. So I didn't, like I said, I've had very few trades today for a reason. There are almost no tickers for me with my system today that really lined up really well with where they opened versus how they played. So yeah,
I
I like the
really
mustard.
I really like how S4 lined up today for Amazon too. Look at how well it lined up to the price action from yesterday, right where that seller was. Like if you look at the 30-minute chart, man, that's a nice spot right there. Exactly where you'd expect it.
Nvidia went for monthly R3. Look at this isolated pivot. Nvidia set it monthly R3.
Oh yeah,
So
it's
Nvidia is
nice.
selling. Look, and we had Nvidia as a sell on the session. So this is why the BS indicator is going to be so helpful to everybody, is because basically as we're rallying, you're going to be waiting for for a moment to sell, because you're going to see that your session numbers are staying negative, right? So you'll know you're selling overall, and then you're just waiting for a moment for the rolling number to get great enough to really, so you would be looking like once you got up here and started selling and that rolling went negative, you'd start shorting somewhere in here, throwing, or in here, just throwing your stops above the high. Hammer and shield. I like that one too. Although I think the BS indicator is just a thing. I just don't know how we get rid of that. Now that we've heard it, how do we unhear it?
Correct. That's one of those things.
Yeah, the monthly cams are on the pivot, the Camaria pivot plays indicator currently. Oh, that's what it is. It's my little headphones are like sitting over here on the little like charger, but they're charged. So it was just them going like, "Hey, I'm charged. I'm charged. I'm charged."
They're wanting your attention.
For real. They're like, "Move me." Apple squeezing, bullish book, still pulling the orders. We're selling nicely on Nvidia now. Look at that.
Yeah, Google had a nice S3 long today. Yeah, everything's hitting really well. Remember back in the days when we were using the dash cams, and there'd be some days where it just nailed the cams and it worked great, but then there were kind of some of those
Hey,
days where
Mari
they're a
CPT,
little off.
welcome to Lambos and garbage trucks.
These new ones you've programmed, these things seem to hit very, very consistently and most every time.
Thank you.
Pretty excited about it.
Imagine like that combined with it. Look at this, man. I mean, we're reading sell here. We're selling. It looks like Apple started to squeeze, but I'm still think we're still reading. Oh, look, our rolling actually went a little positive there. So we did buy quite a bit, but it's still staying fairly neutral overall. But with neutral, you really don't expect it to move one way or the other, right? So it kind
Hmm.
of makes sense because our rolling is fairly neutral. We're buying overall and our rolling is neutral, but like Amazon, where our rolling is negative and we've been selling overall. So if you're looking to short, Amazon's a significantly better short opportunity if you're looking at if you're looking for BS.
And then you were saying 10
I'm
is 10
so
on both
happy I get
sides
to
is
say
about
this
the
so
neutral
often.
range.
Yeah, that's where we're thinking right now. Anywhere inside of like, 10, one way or the other. Like as soon like right now, we're definitely more on the sell side because we're negative
Mhm.
13. But when it's selling hard or like actively, it'll go as low as like I've seen it go as far as like negative 80 or positive. Like Tesla was positive 80 at one point. So it was really buying like crazy. So like if you had bought like when it's positive 80, basically just pull like buy any dip you basically can, right? I mean, it was just like going wow. PLTR? David, come on. That's 4 signups in this session. Y'all are making my
Dude, yeah,
Friday.
that's awesome.
Y'all are
Everybody wants
making
the
my
indicator,
Friday.
man. Your brainchild. Everybody needs a good BS detector.
Everyone needs a good BS detector. I know I do. Good grief. But this is like it's like the closest thing we've had for like this is my when I'm reading VPA, this is how I read VPA. I'm constantly kind of looking back across the past, so many candles and looking at because reading volume and price analysis is a comparative metric, right? We're
Hmm.
constantly like we're constantly looking like back and trying to figure out what it is relative to the other thing, and actually quantifying that can be quite difficult. So but yeah, I'm gonna goof around with this for the next week or so. And and you guys can kind of watch it here live on YouTube, and I'll use it to help us get through. And if we get to a point to where we really love it and like it, um, then we will we'll let Lambos and garbage truck members have it first, and I'll let you guys have it for like a week or two before everyone else can get to it. And then if it becomes a monetized item, I'll make sure you get the discounted version. But
That's awesome.
I don't think we're going to do that. And the reason why I say that is because once you monetize something, you kind of actually become responsible for its performance, right? If I just stick it out there and say use it and donate Bruz a coffee, then if it doesn't work, what are you going to do? Sue me for the free indicator? You know what I mean? But if I charge you for it and then you have negative results off of it, well, then there could actually be some implication to that. So my goal has always been to kind of create these free and just put them up there. That's why I do recommend if you have a chance to donate to buy Bruz a coffee, right? Because he does all this work on this stuff. I'm definitely gonna go buy. I think I'm gonna go buy later today and buy him some coffee. Actually,
And drink it. Like just send him a picture of you drinking it.
I will actually. Yeah, I'm going to Starbucks. I mean, I'm not actually going to. New cam update. Tom G will be the cams will never be monetized. No, these are always going to be free. And available to you. We're actually trying to get the cams also incorporated into tradingterminal.com. So, but my goal is so everyone has their things that they want to do in their lives, right? Yep, should be next week, Tom G. That we're gonna push the dev version should go live next week. It just Bruz has a little cleaning up to do this weekend, and if it gets done, when it gets done, we'll push it. So hopefully first thing next week. I'll make sure you're following me, Thor Young, BBT on Instagram or at Thor Young on Twitter, and I'll make sure when the update's there, I'll put a blast on it. So since it's a good one. But yeah, make sure you guys go by and take care of our dude Bruz, because he's doing the hard work for us. And you have no idea how hard it is to find developers who actually understand trading enough to take what
Hmm.
I'm thinking and put it into idea. No, it'll always be also available on TradingView. The main reason I'm building this indicator is for this. Right? That I want to make sure that anybody reads this book, right, and understands the principles of this book, right? A complete day trading system, right? Which is my complete day trading system. If you've read it and you understand it, I want this indicator to mirror exactly what this is telling you to do. right? So that way you just have the thing between it so that you can learn the market, learn the system, and then start practicing and getting into it. So my goal will never be, I don't ever want to start a software company. I actually, oddly enough, and I've said this before, my main goal, kind of like my little life message, Thor Young BBT. My main goal for me is to, to be like a Livermore, or someone like that, somewhere like 30 or 40 years from down the road, I'll be known as someone who really like taught a lot of people how to trade. And a lot of people became successful traders because of me. I'm already making plenty of money doing trading. I could just not even do this right now, actually, but it doesn't bring me the money doesn't make me happy. It's helping y'all and creating these cool indicators for y'all
Yeah,
and
same.
and letting you have access to them and not charging you a fortune for them. This is what makes me happy.
Well, and also like you're cutting down on the nuances now. Like, some of the nuances when, you start your mentorship and stuff, like those are some of the things that just take a little bit of while to learn. And you've really been
Hmm.
making it a huge effort to cut those down just to make this so much easier for everybody. I think this is about as easy as it's been for anybody to just learn your system and
Yeah,
start to
I
understand
agree.
some of those things.
Yeah, I agree. And thanks, man, for that. For a lot of people know, I actually was Nathan was actually one of my mentees for a short
Hmm.
spell. So, but we still work together quite a bit on all tons of projects now. Now he's my one of my favorite trading buddies that I hang out with on a daily basis. But, it's kind of awesome to see how, we're all going through this. But yeah, man, that's so cool. So now he's like the spot gamma book map freaking master ninja.
Yeah, I try to just focus on some other things, more of the price action stuff, and especially the visual price action and order flow, which I'm excited for Atlas. I
Oh,
may
I
or may not
know,
have
man.
access to it now.
That's the other reason why
So,
I kind of wanted to get the BS indicator working too, because then with Atlas, you know what I mean? We don't have to be as concerned with like if we don't get all the features, you know what I mean? In the beginning,
mhm.
we'll still have the ability to read stuff. But, like for instance, here on Apple, it would be very tempting to start thinking about longing here as we went into the highs. But again, we stayed negative in our rolling number. So the BS detector wasn't really calling a buy. It was still saying we were selling. So, but Atlas is going to be the deal. I can't wait to get a dev version. Like, why don't I have one already? Like, what is going on here? I need it in my life. Yeah, Anya, my version is gonna get published next week, on Monday most likely, and it's got my new version has a lot of rule changes. So it's the closest version to this. So it's actually adhering to like the narrow and the wide range rules more concisely. So like today, if you had like your version that you're on right now, you will actually see some extra plays that I'm just not seeing now. But for me, I'm okay with that. I've actually noticed that what happens is there's just too many options with all these different calls, and it doesn't follow my book. And the one thing I didn't want was just the lack of consistency between, the system I'm espousing and my actual book. You know what I mean? So I didn't, I'd rather if you decide you want to use reversals on narrow ranges, well, just copy my settings and then create your own version, right? And then use it. So, but I want to make sure that my version is as consistent with, what I teach as possible. So we make sure people don't get confused. Right, JC Trader. Like you get higher range and lower trade like ranges all the time, especially on narrow ranges, right? Like near R4 on a higher range, right? And you get, but it shouldn't be calling the reversal on those. So, and now it won't. So like ES yesterday was an R4 breakout call and it would have worked perfectly. But it was also calling a reversal yesterday, which would not have worked. And it was a narrow range. It shouldn't have called it. Nice. That's awesome, Beth. Let me know what you think of the book, and if you really like the book, please take some time to go by Amazon and write a review, a complete day trading system. If you don't like the book, it's called Secrets of a Pivot Boss, and you can leave your review there. Ah, it never gets old. Oh my goodness. Both incredibly overpriced books, by the way. If you're gonna go to, for God's sakes, like if you go and read the reviews on my book, it boggles my mind. I've got like all of the negative reviews, like 9 out of 10 of the negative reviews are all people like complaining that it's like a $50 book. And I'm like, you're gonna open a $30,000 or a $40,000 PDT account and you don't like, and you're worried about a $50 book? I mean, it's crazy. No, I don't use any of the RS100 stuff. I've never actually read Secrets of a Pivot Boss, Nathan. I did attend one of his online webinars once a long time ago.
Yeah, I have it, but I've never read it either.
And I took a couple of things from it, but I don't do anything the way Pivot Boss does. Like I don't trade the same trades he does. I don't use the same ranges the way he does. I mean, our trading systems off of it are completely backwards. But his book is like a $60 or $70 book. I mean, it's pricey, and mine's 50. I mean, mine's not cheap for my hardback. You know, mine's not cheap either. But I mean, so for instance, like one of the reasons I like mine so much, though, which I like my book so much. So my book actually breaks down into like a where, when, and how, like methodology, right? So each one of the things breaks down individually. So, but once you're like trying to learn the pivot strategies, for instance, this is.
Well, it starts from the beginning too, with the whole market auction theory, and then just going into basically understanding how the market works, what's going on, and then
So you
how
can
to play
see here,
it.
like we get pivot strategies, right? So as we're doing the pivot strategies, like each one of the individual strategies are broken down, right? To how you want it to open, how you want it to offer, what kind of price you're looking for. You know, it actually in detail, like, you know, it says, since this strategy uses R3 as your entry location, you know right off the bat that you will be shorting. You will recall from chapter 1 that the red pivots, such as R3, are areas for shorting, right? Like, I mean, it tells you exactly what to do, right? So it's a lot of fun.
I
So,
mean, and just the information about how the market works, like the auction theory, and then describing all that. So you learn, basically everything from the beginning, and then start going into, well, how do you trade this? How do you play this? Like, how can you make money with this information? And, I think your book has the best overall education that you can get too. So yeah, $50 for a great education. That's not bad.
not bad. You know, I couldn't agree more, Nathan, and your check is in the mail. Thank you very
Thank
much for
you.
that endorsement. Do they still mail checks? Is that like actually a thing?
My grandma does.
Which funded account do you use for futures? I use a plethora of funded accounts. So I actually have a couple of Apex. I have one Top Step. I have one Take Profit, and one Take Profit, and then I use my IBKR, which is not a funded. So I have like so I'm right now I think I have 6 accounts total that I'm trading on because I can. If you were gonna take one, which would you suggest? I really like Apex a lot. Apex, you're not going to get any community BS with, but I love Trade-A-Vid accounts. Exactly, Tony L. I like Trade-A-Vid. Trade-A-Vid accounts work really well. They work with TV. The execution is crazy fast. The price is really good on them. Apex is a little bit of a pain in the butt to get money out of. but it's okay. You know what I mean? But you know, it is what it is. Right. So I don't, yep, they are a little bit of a difficulty to get a payout, but it works. It just does. But the problem with a lot of the other ones is they're just too much up your butt, and Apex isn't. As long as you follow their rules, you're fine. All the other ones, they're trying to build like whole trading communities and all kinds of weird stuff around like all of their funded stuff. Now they're doing like live accounts. Now they're doing like, you know, proprietary accounts. Now they're doing all this other stuff. It's like, dude, can you just focus on getting me money? You know what I mean? Like, I don't need all of that. So it's just, for me, it's very clean. I think Take Profit Trader is very nice. It's a different evaluation structure, but they work really good. So yeah, any of those for me really work. I don't know. I'm not really into Top Step. I think that I think Top Step is like, I don't know. They don't use Trade of it anymore. All they have is Rhythmic and then their own. And I don't know. Like, there's just something about them lately. But I mean, they have really good content lately on their YouTube, but mostly just because they invite Dr. V there. So it's the only reason I go.
I use Top Step. That's just only because that's who I've only ever used. So I think once I get my 5 funded accounts through them, then you know I'll go look for somebody else. Maybe try Apex.
If I was gonna try any, I would use Apex. Inevitably, right? You don't ever, the whole thing is these fundeds, like, I don't even know how long these things exist. You know what I mean? But they work. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? And you can, so if you can make a little money, get a couple payouts, I would just take it and I would use it to I would
Fund
personally
your
use
own.
it to fund your own account.
Yeah.
Right? If you like equities, BBT obviously has really good equities ones, and stay tuned because I know our funded accounts for BBT are going to start doing futures as well pretty soon. But again, it's a different concept. Like BBT's funded accounts kind of have a different spirit about them, right? Andrew created the BBT funded accounts because he wants you to be able to cut your teeth on getting risk into the market without having to risk a $30,000 account,
Hmm.
right? So it's not sim, right? But it's not real either. You're gonna put like $1,000 in, you know what I mean? So it's gonna cost you some money, but if you blow that grand up, it's not a big deal. The problem with a lot of these funded brokers like Apex and them is actually how cheap the buy-in is. You get in for like $50 or $80 to activate it, but every time you blow it up, you can just instantly reactivate it. So then people, like, I've had some of my mentees lose like $2,000 or $3,000 over the course of like a month because they were blowing up their Apex account like every day. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, well, that's a little crazy. You know what I mean? So there's still traps and a lot of danger in these funded accounts if you're not a regimented trader. So what, for me, I would recommend using Sim until you absolutely know, like, I can crush it trading. Like, I can tell by my Sim stats that I'm making money like every month. I trade without emotion. I have a system. I feel comfortable. All right, let's go ahead and let's look at throwing some money in the market. Most people will, like, it's you know, it's like, imagine going to Vegas, walking into Vegas, never having playing poker before, and then sitting down at the World Series of Poker.
Yeah.
Right? You're sitting
That would be
down
me.
not only with gamblers, you're sitting down with the best gamblers on the planet, and now you're gonna go splash in, right? Like, in 15 minutes, you're going to be all in, small pot out, right? And they're just going to be like, that was really nice of him to come by and help us out for a little while. It was very entertaining, right? But for anyone who really thinks you're going to go into the stock market, which the stock market is literally the best gamblers of all time, right? Institutionally backed gamblers at that, right? That are,
Algorithms
and
are
algorithms
programmed
that
by
were designed for them
mathematicians.
to take advantage of the price
Yeah.
action. And now you're going to go dive into this pool. You know what I mean? It's like, I would focus on making sure you know how to swim before you get in this pool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, Andrew's one of the only ones that offers really even
Yeah,
an account like that for equities because
agreed.
I had looked at like some other ones and stuff, but some of them take like a ridiculous amount of your profits, and they're expensive to sign up for. And I think everybody's pretty lucky that Andrew came out with this. I think more people need to know about it and try it out, especially rather than putting 25 grand in your own account and going out there trying to risk that with 4 times leverage. It's
Exactly. Well, I think what ends up happening a lot too is people like Beth was just saying here. And Beth, it's been I haven't seen you in here a ton prior to this, or I don't remember the name, but
oh,
it's
she
really
said
been
she was new earlier.
yeah, it's
She
been
said she
really
was new here.
awesome seeing your engagement in here, and I really
Yeah.
appreciate your time and make and helping keep this fun for us. So same with like Marie. It's like we've got quite a few names that I don't necessarily notice right off but I'm sure not all of them are the same, but Beth I definitely don't recall. So thanks for the participation. We really enjoy having you here. And you were specifically saying, yeah, I don't have much money, so I have only bought books. Guess what? I didn't have much money either, right? I started off I mean, I grew up in a trailer, right? We didn't, I didn't, I paid for my own college, which I really didn't complete very well. I ended up getting an IT degree, right? And then, and then we got into this. But when I got into trading, I didn't have that much. So my recommendation is like you're doing, focus on that, but start trying to figure out a way to start putting a little bit of money aside every single month. I mean, you'd be very surprised. 25 grand seems like a fortune. You'd be very surprised at how quickly you can get that kind of money put away. I mean, it might take you 2 years or 3 years, but it's probably going to take you 2 or 3 years to really understand trading. So if you can kind of take your time and just make a goal for how much money you want to have, and then keep in mind that PDT is going to be over with. Now, I will say one other thing that I'm just going to kind of toss in here because you just said, Frank, I like to scalp. I will say that as a small account, scalping is the least effective way to make money. If you're going to be a scalper and you're going to want to scalp, you're going to need to have access. Like if you want to make like money, like, $500 a day, $1,000 a day, $1,500 a day. If you want to get to a point where you're making money like that, right, you're going to end up needing to have maybe $130,000 to $150,000 account if you're going to be a scalper, because you're going to have to be able to crush like you're going to need that could be like a $50,000 account if you can get 4 times leverage on it, for instance, and then you're going to be using your leverage hard every single day, and that's going to be uncomfortable. So you're going to probably want to get like 100 grand to 120 grand before you're going to be able to make good money scalping. But if you start day trading, and I use the word day trading because some people consider trading during the day trading. Scalping. It can be done after hours. It can be done during the day, right? Scalping is just scalping. Day trading is more like swing trading. It's an actual method of trading. That's why mine's a day trading system, because I day trade, right? I sell the high and I buy the low. I run almost the entire ATR. And if you start getting good at that, you'll be able to make much more money on significantly smaller amounts of risk, right? So like I can make like on Monday, right? I'll just example one of my accounts, right, which is one of my 150s, right? I risked $250, right? And I made 2 grand on the position, and I only held it through about 1/3 of the ATR. Right now, that trade was actually mirrored across 6 accounts, right? So it ended up being over 20 grand by the time I was done, right? So, but it was all because of the leverage, right? And because I can hold, right? But the more and more you scalp, the more and more you go for little ones, the more money you need to make money effectively, and the more money you're going to put at risk. So anyway, just a little pro tip from someone who someone who used to be a momentum trader scalper and really struggled at it for a long time before he went.
And commissions will be a lot less too,
Yeah,
so
and your
you'll be giving
commissions are
away less of your
so much
profit.
better. You couldn't be truer. So still moving up. So we actually started buying a bit on Apple. So strong buy today. That's awesome. It really was working pretty good, man. I'm really excited about this BS detector. What is the scalping difference between scalping and day trading? Let me let me show you here. When you look at something like, actually, I'll use a chart. Look at Tesla. Look how green Tesla is today, Nathan. Straight buy. So
Oh
for
yeah,
instance, Tesla
right. And then
opens,
ticking into R6.
right? Tesla opens and Tesla makes this new high. You go long here because it makes this new high. If you're scalping, your stop is probably going to be right below this candle low right here. And you're going to be taking profit right here. And you're going to be all out right there. Or you're going to be partialing like a mad person, like the whole time this is moving up and not really making money. But we don't count that, right? A scalper, you're going to buy here, you're going to get out. Scalpers make small movements, right? You're using, so notice Tesla's ATR, right, is $12.66. If you're taking profit within $1 of Tesla to $2 of Tesla, you're scalping. Right? Because you are not getting enough price movement to really consider this. A day trade is more like a swing trade. It just happens during the day. Right? So if I'm a day trader, what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy this high. My stop's going to be down here and my target is going to be ATR, it's going to be until we exhaust the stock and run its ATR. Right? So in this instance, right, the ATR is $12. So I'm at least going to go to there. Right? If not, I'm going to go for here. Right? So if I risked $200 on this entry, I can easily make $1,000, if not more, holding this position. Right? If you bought a 1-minute ORB and you held the 1-minute ORB all day, that would be a day trade. Right? If you bought the 1-minute ORB and it popped up to here and then you cut it there because it got to 3-1, that would be a scalp. Right? Day trades are about ATR and how much of the day's movement you're getting. Right? If you're buying in the bottom of the day and you're selling near the top of the day, then you're day trading. Think of it more like swing trading. Right? When you swing trade, you're not partialing. You're taking one in, one out. And it's generically when you're starting trend and exiting trend. Right? Or hitting profit targets. Right? So mine would be, I'd be out somewhere up here because that would be a profit target. Right? Anyway, so next week, we will talk more about this, okay, a little bit. We can talk about how judging, let's take a look at ATR and how we can determine kind of about as much of what we're looking for when we expect. Like Tesla's really moving a lot right now, so we're deviating ATR, which is a lot of fun, right? So we'll talk about these things. We'll have our guy Nathan in to talk about the book and all that, of course. So, and for everyone, again, our new look at Tesla, how strong it's been going, then our new BS detector coming hot to first to any members of our special YouTube group here. So keep an eye out for it, and we'll look forward to seeing you all next week. A hot segment coming up with Dr. V next week, and then other kinds of things. So all fun stuff. We'll see you then, Nathan. Thanks for your time, brother.
Yeah. Have a great weekend, everybody.